Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of African Frame Podcast. I am here with the awesome threesome. We're going to start off with Mr. SQJ Pure over there. Now, Mr. Rob Sibeko is one half of the African Frame Podcast because they're the actual owners. I just come in. I'm the feature on some J Cole. Anyway, so yeah, Rob Sibeko, he is the author of Jin's War. He is the author of Legend Ball. He's the author of The Heist. These are all books that are available on Google Play under $50. Please make sure to go copy yourself a copy of all of those wonderful things on Google Play. Make sure to go check those out. SQJ Pure on YouTube, SQJ Pure on TikTok if you want to see his personal content. And then you can also catch him on this show, African Frame, where we review movies, we do movie breakdowns and things of that nature as well. And then you can also catch him on Cinema Soda. So Cinema Soda is a show where we look at trailers for movies that are coming up for the month. And then we try and dissect the trailer, and then we try and guess the box office for that movie, and then we play box office clash, which is also on Minnesota, another show that he does as well, or that he hosts as well. And box office clash is where we compare our guesses to the actual box office of the movies that we saw for the trailers for, and all that good stuff. And then we have Mr. Kim Mataboche, aka Mr.Extrodin, the actual owner of this channel of African Frame. Hey, now, Mr.Extrodin, he does a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to list like 4 channels. You'll find everything else by yourself because I do this too much. But basically, he runs African Frame, which I've already told you about, Minnesota, which I already told you about, and then also we've got Mzansi Nerds. So Mzansi Nerds is where we do nerd breakdowns. You get top 5 lists. You get lead ups to Avengers Doomsday. You also get anime and cartoon reviews. So what we're doing for movies here, you will see us do for anime and cartoons on Mzansi Nerds with the Mzansi Nerds Plus podcast as well. Then you've got stuff like Retro Mzansi. Then you've got stuff like Retro Mzansi Global. Those are some of his other YouTube channels. Mebru on TikTok. As I said, it's a lot. So subscribe to one, you will find. Gotta subscribe to them all because he's Mr.Extrodin. Because he's Mr.Extrodin.
The day I have a company and I call it Space Y, and I have a platform called Y that will compete with X and SpaceX. Don't be surprised, guys. Please, don't be shocked.
Shouldn't you be SpaceX with the EX? Anyway, it sounds like somebody. It sounds like Space dumped you. That's not a good branding. No wonder he's getting rejected left and right. Anyway. Yeah, and then we've got me, Meister Geek Media. So I'm Buckmeister from Meister Geek Media and Buckmeister X. Those are my 2 YouTube channels. Meister Man Music is my third YouTube channel. Recast the Chala campaign going on across all my social medias and all of that good stuff. Please go check out Black Panther versus Kang on Tapas. Check out Fist of Alkebulan on Webtoon. And Neon Wave on Webtoon, obviously. And then, please go check out Black Panther versus the Super Skrull. That's on Meister Geek Media. We are at 14,025 views now. So we've just climbed over 14K. So please run that up. I want to get to 15. I want to get to 20. I want to get to 25. So please go check that out. All right, that's all the stuff that needs to be plugged for now. Let's talk about The Foreigner. Things that we have a problem with in South Africa.
Wow. Jesus, did you have to say that?
Yes. Outstanding.
Okay. Just some
the views
trivia before we get started, like we normally do. So this is an action thriller that came out in 2017, starring Jackie Chan, Pierce Brosnan, Michael McHelton, Louis Tao, Charlie Murphy, Ora Brady, and Katie Leong. So, as I've mentioned, 2017, it had a budget of 35 million. and made 145.4 million at the box office. Actually, this movie is based on a book that came out in 1992, a novel called The Chinaman by Stephen Leather. So,
The
yeah, that's
racist. Whoa,
basically
what?
some of the information regarding this movie.
Yeah,
It
yes,
made a
what a
lot of
title.
money. It made a lot of money. 35 million, like I said, 35 million is the budget.
The
Box office
Chinaman. Yes.
145.4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
That's like calling the book
Oh,
that's like calling the
wait,
book
did
the
you mention?
kafir. Jesus.
Well, maybe not to that level, but
No, not that far. It's just like the Sotho man, the Tswana man, the Pedi man, the Zulu man.
but anyway,
The
okay,
Chinaman.
so
For the South African.
Chen.
The guy's from China. Like, they don't know his name. They call him the Chinaman.
Uh,
hate
Kim,
crimes
yeah,
committed
Kim.
today. I do not support any of the hate crimes committed today. I'm an innocent
Wait,
bystander.
Maybe
what's the hate
maybe they
crime?
were
I don't
Afrikaners in
understand.
disguise, Machana.
I was like with the king word being thrown.
Oh,
Okay. So yeah, let
I'm
us
black.
start
I've earned it.
by existing. Um,
like Benny Mac says, I've been black my whole life.
Gonna get canceled before we start. All right, cool.
My dad was a freedom fighter.
Let us.
Not you, your dad.
Okay, let's start. Before I need to save us. Okay, 1 minute in. The opening is gorgeous. It's a top down of the college showing great symmetrical lines. One can question though the value of the moment. Will it match the closing shot? Is there symbolism? Likely not. Chances are they just really thought it was a cool shot of the school.
Mhm.
For those who don't know, that's kind of like you get this kind of artistic thing in films where what they'll do is they'll match the opening to the closing shot. The best example of this, of course, being Gone Girl, where you see the main character waking up to the wife, and then at the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie, you see almost the exact same shot, but the context is completely different. Same principle. This one, just kind of a cool
Okay.
shot. Um,
I
the
hear
use
you.
of the use
Is
of
God
color
Joe
in the,
based on a book?
it might be. I
Okay.
just know David Fincher just made it amazing, but I
It
don't think
sounds
it's
like
based.
it sounds like something that would be in a book. Because I know The Alchemist is like that as well. But
Well, it's a yeah, definitely it's an artistic style. So you've probably seen a lot of things, definitely. Probably need to see it in more comics though. But I guess some people will be like that's a waste of a page. But anyway, um, the use of color, as you'll notice throughout the movie, the use of color is slightly limited. Color is clearly drained, more meshed out. I think one way of seeing this is maybe it's a European skyline style, very
I
much
was
like
gonna say,
mm,
usually with UK-based movies from Hollywood, the color is like that. It's usually
mm,
gray, you know,
mm.
bluish
Yeah,
colors.
because
If you
Okay,
remember like the Bourne movies, for example.
yeah.
guys,
Oh,
this
definitely, especially
connection
the
is not
newer
working for
ones.
me. So I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try join from my phone. So keep going. But yeah, this is not
No,
All
okay,
right. The Bourne
cool.
movies are like that.
working out.
I think even if I remember, no, I was thinking of Knives Out, but I think Knives Out is not in, I think it's in
No, it's in
America.
America. It's in Texas.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
those southern states.
So it's a little yellow, but
Mm,
most of the time, yeah, those movies are usually like that.
yeah. But yeah, actually, I was gonna say that like again, European skylines have that like gray vibe to them. I assume it's because it's always cloudy, and then it's very much like how there's a yellow filter when people want to show Mexico. When it's Mexico, they always get a yellow filter.
It's always
Um,
hot. It's always
Yeah,
hot and yellow. Yeah.
exactly. Breaking
Yeah.
Bad really pushed that to the extreme, I think.
It's
Um,
like, I think it's deliberate. It's
oh yeah,
deliberate.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's to
it's a style.
separate. Yeah, to
Yeah.
separate the thing. Yeah, like you'll notice a
America
lot
has to
of
be bright and everything is fine, but whenever
funny
they're
enough.
going elsewhere, all of a sudden it's different
Yeah,
colors. Africa's orange or some shit. I don't
yeah.
know. And
Funny
green.
enough. Yeah, exactly. But when you actually shoot in Africa, you'll notice something. Cameras struggle to catch our stuff, especially South Africa. You can always tell what's being shot in South Africa because it's always too bright. It's overblown almost. Where
But
it's like,
isn't that a style in itself? Because I'm wondering, is it not because the editors that do South African based work are not they're not grading their work the way Americans do.
true, true, true. That is a possibility, but I think it's a combination of film, number one, because there's not much you can control. Like the control you have over film is limited. Um, and also, like for example, when they digitize it, like that movie that whatchamacallit likes. They managed to reduce the light. That what's a Heart of the Warrior thing that Buck likes. Like you can see the way they reduce
Heart
the
of the Hunter.
lighting. The Heart of the Hunter, yes. Whereas a lot of other stuff, like a lot of stuff, even Endgame actually, you'll notice the sun overpowers it there as well. Like you would think they'd have the control to reduce it, but I don't know about you, but when they what's it Endgame? Sorry, not Endgame. Civil War.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. You just go, that is South Africa. I knew that was Africa before that. Like, you know what I mean? I knew
Yeah,
they would have part.
it was quite
Yeah,
orange.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. But anyway, no, I'm getting distracted. But yeah,
Oh
anyway,
well, we used to
that's
do this all the time anyway, back in the day.
yes.
So it's fine.
Oh no, it's probably gonna get a lot worse. It also, but anyway, it also shows how bleak. I think it also has another reason to do this is symbolism. I think it also shows how bleak this is all going to be. A good example of using color to be bleak, is the use of music in the movie Mulan, where all the songs in the movie are vibrant and strong until they show up at their first destroyed village, and after that happens, there are no more songs. Um, Personally, I
Damn.
think there should have been more color here as a symbol of like Jackie Chan's true love of action. Maybe the color grows, or they can do the opposite where the color shows up later, kind of like to show when the action starts and maybe okay, we're home now. You know what I mean? Like a little, you could do
No,
it like a symbolic
I
thing
agree
there.
with you. It having color
Yeah.
in the beginning, I think
Hmm.
not for the same reason. My reason would
Mm.
be because, everything is still fine. He's still with his daughter
Yes.
and all
Yes.
of that. And then after the explosion, then the color can just go off.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. Or you can do it the opposite way. It turns. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. You can deliberately use color. That's a good filming technique. And then something else you notice about these scenes is that they are actually very fast. It is cut, 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 cut. We even cut very short some of the details, some of the sentences. So like they don't even greet properly. They just kind of, hey, this dress, we need to go here. Like, hey, dog, can you mind greeting? I couldn't imagine my parents doing that. Um,
Right.
when Jackie Chan gets into the when the daughter gets into
No,
the
no,
car.
she was hella disrespectful.
Yep.
I was like, these kids, once they reach a certain age, they feel like they can talk however they want to their
Mm,
parents, and their parents just let it be because they're
mm,
respecting them as adults. So that was a
yeah.
great scene because it's so relatable. I've witnessed that a lot of times.
Mm, 100%. And it's
Yeah.
beautiful, by the way. Don't
Especially with
misunderstand.
dads and daughters for some reason.
Oh yeah, of
Like the
course.
dads just take it.
Until it's
I
the
don't know
son, then
why.
it becomes
If
very
it's the
different
son, it's
very
fine.
quickly.
I'd say if it's a son, it's a different story.
Hell yeah. But yes, so yeah, we go to this intro quickly. But you'll find a pattern here, but we're gonna go through it later. So yeah, we see the school, we see the daughter, we see the boyfriend, we hear the need for the dress. The
By
daughter
the
is
way,
Bob.
I just discovered that the daughter is actually. You remember
Hmm,
Harry's crush in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Joe Chang. What's it?
No, man. Is it the Goblet of Fire?
You talking about Joe Chang, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
Harry
that
Potter's girlfriend.
Harry Potter's girlfriend. Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Damn, that made me sad. Okay.
Why did it make you sad?
She grew up and then
She
got
did. I mean,
expelled.
she's now in Bridgerton or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
She's in the
you
next,
probably miss her with that baby face that she had. She's older
of
now.
course. Cho Chang, I think that's what it was. Not Jill Chang. Cho Chang.
Is that the fictional name or is that the actual name of the
No,
actress?
the name of the actress. Hey,
Oh,
there's our sideways friend,
Oh,
looking
great.
confused. There we go.
How's that?
Welcome back,
Okay.
buddy. But
All
yes,
right,
I
sorry.
think
Did
that
we talk about? Did you guys talk about James Bond hoeing out here in the streets?
no, not
no,
yet.
we're still in the first. Oh, by the way, this is probably my most for this 60 minutes. I would say this is my longest review ever. So that's why I had to break it up into two parts because this, yeah,
No,
15, no,
no.
6 pages.
Cho Chang was the character. Katie Leung
Yes.
is the
KT. Okay.
actress's name.
Oh no, of course. Don't you
Oh,
remember people were
this is the
criticizing?
this is the daughter, ne?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
still at the very beginning, bro.
We're just saying
Yeah,
that she was in Harry Potter
yeah. Some cool
as
trivia.
Harry's girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh, who got axed almost immediately.
Yeah, it's both
I think
things.
Hermione just found a way to get rid of her. I don't know.
No, but I'm even talking about this movie because I thought that like going into this thing, man, like especially that opening, like you can tell, like you don't have to be like a movie buff or whatever, but you can tell what's going to happen. You're just like,
Yeah,
oh, all right, it's the daughter, she's waving, we're getting time with the dad or whatever. But one thing I'll say that knocked this movie down for me a little bit, just in this opening, is I mean I don't know if we're aware. Okay, let me wait until you get to it, Rob. I don't think you're there yet. Let me wait
But before
until
you
you get to
continue,
it.
I just want to say something. That used to be the premise for a lot of action movies in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
mm,
Rob would know. Is it Brosnan that you like talking about?
yes, Brosnan,
One
yeah.
of those movies of his where the daughter gets messed up in the beginning. Commando, I think, also had something like that happens.
Yeah, you're
Where
talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, Collateral.
is it Collateral?
Okay, wait. Are you talking about? Okay, look, a kid dying in the beginning is Collateral with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then you get the chick from Charmed, who is Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter in Commando. Yes, that
Yeah,
is
but she
Commando.
got
Yes,
kidnapped, right? So what
yes,
I'm
she
just
got
saying
kidnapped.
is the main
Hmm.
thing usually happens like right at the beginning.
Yeah,
The
but not
action
even this.
star and
Hmm.
the famous daughter who's barely in the
Yes,
movie. Yeah.
yes.
So it's a thing, it's a trope.
That's a definite thing, but this one knows. I'm gonna go into it actually. But yeah,
Okay,
so
I'll just when you go into it, then I'll say the thing I want to say. But anyway,
cool. So yeah, we were saying yeah, daughter, boyfriend, need for the dress. The daughter is bubbly. Jackie Chang is protective. Life is good. All of this in the space of literally 2 minutes. And by the way, there's also a great use of silence. No music. Things are weirdly tense. This is a movie that knows that you know what's about to happen. Like all these tropes talking about, it knows it too. So it's not trying to waste time.
Right.
It's trying to amp you up. And
Right.
before you know it, in less than 5 minutes, I timed it. Boom, comes the explosion.
okay, but
Uh,
here's what I'm trying to say though. I
yeah.
think I couldn't emotionally invest because I think that's the
Mm,
thing with a good action film or a good revenge flick or whatever the case is that I didn't feel this loss because they literally axed her in 5 minutes.
mm.
Like if it was me writing this thing, I think I would have given at least 10 minutes to the daughter and at least montaged through the prom or whatever she was going to, where he talks to this boyfriend and whatever, and we just get a sense of who this daughter is. Because right now she's a MacGuffin, and I feel like you needed to give her
Look,
space to be a character.
one thing I know about movies, now that we've been reviewing movies for 3 years, is there was probably a longer scene or other scenes that were left on the cutting room floor because they felt like it was too long, there was no need for it, and all of that.
There's
I can
other stuff
almost
they could have
guarantee,
cut.
I
I
can
think
almost guarantee,
there's
I can
other stuff
almost
they could have
guarantee you
cut in
that
this film.
there's probably scenes where she's gone. I mean, where you have more time, more screen time with Jackie, where she had more screen time with Jackie Chan. Otherwise, they wouldn't have hired this specific actress. They would have just hired anybody. So. It happens a lot, man. But yeah, that's just the
But
note.
what I'm trying to say is that it becomes a criticism for me because now I'm just like, oh, she's just the thing to get the plot started. Whereas she could have been something, and then they could have cut other stuff later that was really not playing into anything.
No,
Entirely
I hear you.
possible.
Yeah. I
But
don't know why
yeah,
Rob is laughing, but I hear you. I think
because you guys spent 5 minutes trying to talk. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. You guys are like, I don't,
that's such an exaggeration, but okay.
It was
If that was the
amazing.
funniest thing in your life, we
No,
would have
like, it was
noticed.
amazing.
We
Well,
would have
I have
noticed.
more
You
jokes,
need
so
to
now I
cut
have to top this. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that writing wise and character wise, to invest in this guy's pain and his want for a get back, it just became hard because I was just like, oh, she's here and she's gone. It's the same as the love interest that they spend 2 seconds with. The obvious love interest because of the thing. Like they spend 2 seconds and I'm like, oh, that's right beside oh okay, she's gone. Like
Let me
this
ask
movie's
you
pacing.
let me ask you something. In The Boys, did you feel any sympathy for the main character when gonna come on Diman?
Robin. When Robin dies, are you talking about Huey?
Yep.
Yeah, Huey, because we didn't spend more than 5 minutes with that girl. Then A Train just kills her.
Yeah, but they had a conversation. At least we got a sense of who she was.
Yeah, but I mean, she's having a conversation with her dad here as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying it feels very stereotypical. Who's this guy? And then oh, I've got a dress, and then boom. Like here, and also on top of that, we get settled into the world of the boys and settled into the world of Huey before, and we know Huey's relation to like we know that they were on good terms in their relationship. Like I feel like the dialogue work was stronger in the boys than it was here. Here it just feels like we need to get this plot started. I see what you're saying, but Robin felt more as a character than this girl to me.
No, I hear what you're saying as well. Perhaps it's because they were also intimate in that beginning scene or something. I get it. You're right.
So here, but what I'm saying is that I feel like it would have made the movie stronger had I got a better sense of this girl, because then I would have been like, yeah, Jackie, get him.
Mm.
Okay.
Like Jackie's performance carries, but it's just the emotional investment for me as a viewer kind of went eh.
Oh, definitely.
But anyway, let's move on.
Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, so yeah, the explosion happens, and yeah, as I was saying, most interesting is how quick each scene is. Where you would, again, ironically, what we were just talking about, where you would logically think, since it's an action movie, we're setting up the catalyst of all the action, that we would linger on this, on any of the stuff, the beginning, the action, the explosion itself. But no, we get the arrival, we get a quick red herring with the car crash, the explosion, cut to black.
Instant karma. That guy came out instantly and boom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what you get for stealing a parking space. Jackie Chan survived the explosion. You do
What
not,
would have
sir.
happened to them though if they were in the car?
Probably would have been fine. They would have withstood the explosion. But
Yeah,
that
because explosions are bulletproof. Like are shrapnel, like cars are shrapnel proof in movies and explosion proof in movies.
Okay.
Like that's also
All
another
right.
thing. Like, can Hollywood stop doing this thing where people can ride explosions? Like Jackie Chan rode that explosion. It's like, yeah, this is the main character of the movie, so we can't explode him. Have him farther away or something.
People's legs are chopped off, but Jackie's fine. Just minor bruises.
yeah. So well, yeah, you see Jackie Chan cut up, and you see the other guy from the crash. Well, yeah, as I was saying, these things happen so quickly. So yeah, everything's happening around 5 minutes, by the way. So some cuts in black. Jackie's all cut up. You see his face. You see him cross the other guy from the crash. He walks to the destroyed dress store with a nice top-down shot and all the dead people around them. Absolutely everything that needs to be said is said with so little being done that's dramatic. Now, one, like you guys are talking about, maybe they need to indulge more on they need to spend more time on this. But I think it's fine. I think because I understand that it's not the point. So for me, I'm like, that's perfectly fine. They try to get it out the way. Um, Anyway, at the 5 minute mark, again, crazy how quick this is. We are moved to an office where a terrorist group claiming to be the authentic IRA are taking responsibility. The guy who hears it goes to their superior, and the superior talks about a peace talk that is definitely going to fail because of this. They need to find out what's happening. The guy who answers the phone gets sent to go see. The whole scene lasts about a minute. Also, you'll see limited
No,
colors,
man,
all
Rob,
washed out.
I think you're skipping. I think you're skipping a scene.
Pierce
Did the
Brosnan.
journalist not get?
There's no Brosnan yet. We're still in the first 5 minutes.
Who got the phone call?
The guy who talks to his superior. That's what I'm
Where does
talking
he
about
work?
that scene right now.
Where does
Yeah,
he
yeah,
work?
yeah. No, he's right. He's right. IRA. That's IRA. Yeah, Rob is
Yeah.
right.
Okay, sorry. Please continue.
No, you'll see what I'm doing first of all, because I think I know what you're trying to say. But
No,
you'll see
no,
what I'm trying to.
no, you're right. Sorry, I didn't realize that was the legit IRA. I get it now. It makes sense.
Yeah.
The whitest terrorists. I'm impressed.
And I see. Oh, I see what's going on. I think I understand the confusion. Wait, no, guys, I'm still at the newsroom.
Yeah.
But okay, cool, cool,
Exactly.
cool.
The newsroom. Because I thought that
Yes,
guy was a journalist.
yes, he is. But I didn't know that until later. But anyway, yeah.
So you didn't mention the journalism part. You were
I
just
said,
talking
yeah.
about the. You
Wait, wait,
said
wait,
the
wait,
legit.
wait, wait.
You
Is
said
this
the
is
legit
this the journal?
IRA.
Wait, is it the journalist with the laptop?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is still the beginning. Yes, the first time
Oh,
you
no
see it.
wonder I missed him. Okay, no, I blanked. Okay,
So you
cool.
you definitely skipped that part. That's why I was
I
like, wait. Because to me,
okay. I'm going to skip ahead so you can hear the part that okay. So this is I'm at okay. Can I show you? Okay,
wait,
no.
what I mean is,
Okay,
did the phone call not happen immediately after that scene of
it
the
happened
explosion?
immediately after the explosion, in which the guy said, "Okay, let me read this again." Yeah, we see the office where the terrorist group is claiming to be or claiming responsibility. I think maybe you misheard me. Okay, the office. There's a guy who answers the phone where someone on the
That
phone
part
says,
you didn't say. I promise
"Okay."
you didn't say that part.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So okay, we're there now. We're by the
All right.
newsroom.
The guy who hears it goes to their superior, and the superior asks about the peace talk that is definitely going to fail because of this. They need to find out what's happening, and the guy who answers the phone is sent to go see. The whole scene lasts 1 minute. Limited colors, all washed out. There is movement in the camera, but not consistent. It's just clean shooting. It's just information passing quick. The camera moves when the superior is speaking, and we kind of we get our first taste of music since the whole thing has started. But it's mostly generic, tense action music. There's no John Williams here, but one could argue that it's not the point. They're not trying to do that. Still at the 6 minute mark. We see the aftermath of the attack. We see that the man in question is holding the camera. The man in question, the man from before who was answering the phone, is holding a camera. He has no access. He has no authority. I only realized later. This is the part where I realized, oh, he's a journalist.
Really?
The, yes, the attackers have given the press a report of what's happened.
I got it
That's
from
what
the
I was
jump
saying.
though. But okay.
Huh?
No, I'm saying
All
I
right,
got it immediately.
that's
I
good.
I missed out on that guy completely. Like I
Yeah,
only
yeah,
registered him at
that's
the
just
bar.
good.
No,
So good for
immediately when I got the anonymous tip, I'm like, okay, they're
No,
calling a journalist.
I think I only registered him when they were at the bar scene. I mean, that's much later in
mm,
the story, but I was
yeah,
like,
that
Jesus
much
oh,
later.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kudos, bro. We finally get what you expect. More time on the shots as we get a little style now. The cameraman is taking photos of the horror, and you get to see the photos and kind of linger on them with this kind of depressing music swelling. It reaches its peak as all things slow down, and we see Jackie Chan, aka Kwan, weeping over his child. Um, and even that, unbelievably, only lasts a minute. It's short, sweet, and very emotional, but this to me feels like it's trying to do the work of a TV series in the space of one movie.
yeah,
Every scene is like 1 to 2 minutes. It's crazy. It's a very tricky strategy because of two reasons. Number one, it risks us not getting ironically what Buck said, it risks us not getting to the emotions that hook into our hearts. So that's the one risk. And the second risk is pacing. And I think a lot of people did complain about this movie having weird pacing. So I would say
It's
there's two,
uneven.
yeah.
It's a little
Yeah,
uneven.
it's like a Frankenstein's monster a bit, which
So yeah.
that's why I blame it on the editing, not necessarily um
I think they were trying to
the
do something
storyline.
because
No, but
literally
I also
almost
think this movie kind of came in like trying to sell itself on Jackie Chan
mm,
specifically because it's like this
yes.
is Jackie Chan in which you've never seen him before type thing. And I think that's kind of they wanted that to carry and like the story beats kind of took a backseat to that. If you get what I'm saying. Like we're speeding past this because we want to get to the
Mm,
Jackie Chan ninja assassin shit. We're not
yes.
really taking time because it's like we need to get to we need you to see Jackie Chan like
Yeah.
this, like no jokes.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I would have preferred if we, spend some time getting into this Jackie Chan that has no jokes. But
Oh,
anyway,
definitely. So yeah, we're
He's,
again
he's
we're all
actually a great dramatic actor, by the way. I'm
he
sure you
is.
guys watched way too many Jackie Chan movies to know what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
no,
no, the
he's
comedy stuff is
very good.
harder. Like I've seen him in films where like he is just doing dramatic. Like there was
Mm,
this one film I watched where he played an ancient dude. He played two versions. So there was a modern day Jackie Chan who was just doing joke shit, and that was not even the main story. I think he was like a spelunker or something. It was weird. But
Forbidden
then
Kingdom.
Yeah, sounds
nah,
like it.
not Forbidden Kingdom. It's not Forbidden Kingdom. It's
Oh, okay.
I forgot what the movie was, but then like it's basically there's him in the future and him in the past, and I don't know if the him in the future is a descendant of the one from the past. I'm not sure.
Mm,
But anyway, in the past, he plays a general who gets betrayed, and then he ends up having to like kill a bunch of people before another general comes in and stabs him, and this is the general who backstabs him, and that was the end of the story. And it was really sad. And I was like, I've
mm.
never seen like Jackie Chan made me cry. That I was really sad that that was the end of that general. And then it just goes back to future Jackie Chan, where it's just like, here's some jokes, kids. Just forget the traumatic thing that you saw. So I've known Jackie can do this. It's just
Mm,
I haven't seen him do it a lot, which
true.
is interesting.
I
Now's the
think
best time.
I just want to share my thoughts a bit because I thought I was going to share them at the end, but the do you guys remember From Hell with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I think so. Just
Barely.
describe it. I'm not bad. I'm not good with names.
He basically gets arrested, goes to prison, and he realizes that the flying kicks are span. You have to learn street fighting
Mm,
there. Like the regular Van Damme that we know is not working here, my nigga. Oh, one. That's why they call it because it's like, nah, fam, this is so it was basically us seeing a different version of Jean-Claude.
yeah.
Not blood sport, but you have to be a brawler here. And then there was also bits and pieces of the Bond series when you really look at it, especially um, how it's being done, how the plot is moving and progressing and showing different organizations.
Yeah. I think it's Frozen.
Oh, I thought it was me.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like this should be another screenshot. Should we just carry on?
Yeah, I
It's
guess
gone.
so. I guess so. Let's
Shit.
keep going.
All right, cool. Well, we're 7 minutes in, if you can believe it. And
Yeah.
so we get this wonderful shot where it goes from black to like the camera lifting, and we see that we're looking at a TV. And this reveals the terrorists. And it's another quick scene. They're like, how many? The terrorist comes in and goes, how many did we get? How many did we get? And they're like, yeah, you took 9, and the number's growing. It's a super short scene, very utilitarian type shot.
I think this is another criticism of the movie is that the villains that they're building up, I think they don't have enough teeth, to sink into, kind of thing. We don't have enough meat to sink into with these villains. They're kind of just like in and out, which is like, I think, a pacing problem.
I think it's because they're red herrings. But no, I actually agree with you. I know what you mean, especially when the twist comes later on. I think right now you'd be in fact, that's what I basically said. Yeah, I was very confused about the scene. Because I said, I guess they don't want the question to linger on who and what and why. Like, I think this is interesting because it could be seen as a missed opportunity, like with the use of color. Like, why did we need to see these guys at all? Why even have this scene if it's not going to be bigger? Wouldn't it be better just to not have them, and then we just have to wonder what they are, who they are, and people will be looking for any Irish people to go, maybe it's them, maybe it's them. You know what I mean? Like this little tension.
Yeah. And I think I would have also built up like the Pierce Brosnan angle of this movie, I think.
Exactly. Instead, it's like, hi, we're here, we did it, cheers. And it's like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But yeah, so again,
I guess they didn't want Jackie Chan to fist fight James Bond. Like, you don't want to see that?
I super want to see that. I would kill for that. But anyway, 8 minutes in, we open on, now we get Mr. Playboy. Because I love the scenes I'm going to dig into a lot. So we open on Mr. Pierce. Playing
James
Liam.
Bond can't wait. The mission has not even started and already he's out here holding. Oh my god. They need you on the job, and where are you, James Bond?
Literally,
right next to a woman.
I was like, is it night? How did he miss this?
I was like, there was a whole explosion and this is your department and you're only finding out via the phone?
Looking at 100
was that NyQuil snoo? Like it was KO knockout dramatic finish.
Yeah, that's
and also the plot twist that we get with this woman later when we get into it in part 2. I gotta be like, what was your flight schedule? How do terrorists get paid? Because wow, you can just be everywhere.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's flipping ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
But anyway, let's get back to James Bond.
Yeah, let's get to it. Yes.
Like I was just laughing because I was like, you're a whole you're a whole politician, and this is like your department, and you like have connections to the IRA and everything, and you're only hearing about it now.
Dog.
Like, really? Wow.
But we see Liam with a girl. They make a joke about a phone which tells us that he's from the government. It's a nice little quick line that kind of explains that he's deputy minister. Then we get blasted with 3 pieces of information. Number 1, deputy minister. Number 2, girl sleeping with. Number 3, he slept through one of the biggest events in the whole nation. And then number 4, we get Mary. Mary calls, and and then that lets us see what's going on. And Mary starts to see what's going on herself as he tries to make an excuse where he was like, the phone was off, but he kind of powers over her. Like, he's like, look, this is how it is. And he's like, eh. And I was like, okay.
And I was like, Gandhi, divorce is not a thing in Ireland. You people are clearly not working.
And
this is clearly doomed.
Yes. And
why did you stay married?
Exactly. And what's so nice about the scene is that it explains itself later on. But for now, as you watch this for the first time, you're like, what the hell is going on? Exactly what you're saying. Yes.
I would even say I don't think it explains what happens later on, because it's just like you put yourself in a very precarious situation where you did not need to be in. You could have just left. But anyway, 100%. Okay.
But yes. But yeah, anyway, so I know as I was saying, we see what's going on. Okay, wait, no, where was that? Yeah, okay, there have not been many character moments, at least up to now.
Not really.
We know very little about anyone. This is
Mm.
actually in its own way, the first time we get a little something called character. So character, of course, being something bigger than he loves his children, he is a terrorist, he is a reporter, he takes photos.
Mm.
Those aren't characters, those are just actions. They don't describe things. So there's a
Yeah,
difference
yeah, yeah.
in film, in what you do
Like
defines what you are.
going into the movie, you know Jackie
Mm,
Chan is somebody special. I mean, also it's Jackie
mm,
Chan, but you know
yes.
something about Jackie Chan, but you don't know what it is. Like there's nothing to indicate that he is somebody special or that he is somebody
Yeah,
capable, because all he did was
yeah.
drive a car and cry over his daughter.
Yeah. And even then, you're just describing skills. You're not describing a person. So no,
Mm.
100%. I think that's why actors have to play themselves. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it defines, so it can depend on what stands out and what you see first. So for example, we see that Mr. Liam cheats, which ties to him lying. But how he lies matters. How he acts with his mistress versus how he acts with his wife matters. And you can play with the order in order to create something great here. And they did. If you think about it, when this starts, he opens being loving and kind. By the time it ends, he's hard and cruel. So in the first, this is by the way, this is all in the space of a minute. So we see him positively, as the mistress likely does. We learn that that's no, there's more to it. But anyway, then we see the change of face when he looks at the phone. Then we look to the girl. We hear the hushed tones. We see the name Mary, the hesitation. We see the face of the older woman versus the young one, and we kind of go, "Oh, okay, that's definitely his wife." Like none of that is explained. We don't see a ring. Um, there's even a little piece here with the weak excuse where the girl accuses him of having weak excuses, which is funny. Yeah, which is funny because when he uses the excuse on his wife hears the weak excuse and doesn't make sense. So it's kind of like these little things in writing that are incredible. And this is all very simple, by the way. This is simple like writing 102, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So I do think this scene is actually kind of one of the best scenes in the whole movie, and it's amazing. If you pay attention, if you watch
Well,
it.
that's the thing, though. I think what they do with Liam, like
Mm,
that's why I wanted Liam versus Quan,
mm,
like proper.
yeah.
Because I think Liam is like, first off, he's a great foil to Quan,
Mm,
because Quan is simple, Liam is complex.
oh yeah.
Quan is honest, Liam is a liar. Quan is dedicated
100%.
to his family, Liam is not so dedicated to his family.
Yeah. Do we
But
even see
like
the
I
daughter? Yeah.
yeah, so it's just I feel like he is like that was the dynamic that I think
Mm,
this movie should have pushed a little bit harder. Because it's an interesting villain in a
mm.
sense. Because
Yeah.
he's just like, it's not that he's villainous, it's kind of just that he's responsible. You get what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Ironically, yes. He's
And
responsible for a lot of things. Yeah.
that's kind of that would have like I'm disappointed that the movie didn't push that further, because we've never
Mm.
seen that type of antagonist in an action
True.
film
True.
before. Where
Yeah.
it's like he's not the
100%.
bad guy, but he's in charge of the bad guys.
Yes. Yes. And that's absolutely true. And that's why people hate him because he's in charge of the bad guys. And yeah, 100%, dude. Anyway, we're only 11 minutes in. Craziness. Kwan
Yeah.
is back home. He's looking at his daughter's room. He's devastated. And that's it. He's a small cog in a big thing. And this is probably the camera at its least active. We just kind of get to linger with Kwan. Again, only a minute long. But they try to slow things down as much as possible because this movie is late for a meeting. So
I think
12
they don't
Uh,
minutes.
even have they don't
Mhm.
even add um they don't even add music that's supposed to support the scene.
Mm,
nope.
And I
mm.
think that's why some of those scenes fall flat. But because, like you're saying, the movie's late for a meeting, there's no time to add. I'm sure the guy who was doing the score was like, "What the fuck? There's not even a way I can like do like sad music right now. It's
Yeah.
impossible."
Like if
Yeah.
I
Keep
was
it
writing
in.
it this minute here, I would have taken this minute here and put it in the beginning and given this daughter an extra scene. Like that's what I'm
Mm,
saying. Like I feel like, if you want to, like a good revenge film, right? You have to also want the revenge yourself type thing. Like for example, Kill Bill. Like you ride with the bride most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So I feel like I want, like, it's not that it's simple, like it's simple, but you can still do it. Like it's,
Yeah.
taken
You don't
first
even see a
off.
It's not,
funeral here.
it's simple, but it's not easy. I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah.
It's simple, but it's not easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
Taken, for example, the first one, not the third one where
Yeah.
they edited us to death, but
Yes.
yeah, the first one when Liam is, I have a particular set of skills. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, go get him.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
this one is just like I wanted. Yeah, I just feel like they want us to they want us to invest in Quan emotionally,
yeah.
and I'm like, if you want that movie, you got to give me more than
Yeah.
Jackie Chan's performance. But
We get a
anyway,
lot of scenes with Liam explaining who he is. Ironically, Liam Nielsen, not Liam from this movie. But no, I hear what you're saying. No,
yeah.
I understand. Anyway, we're back with the big boys now. We're 12 minutes in. The adults are talking. We are now with Liam and Catherine, the cabinet minister. Catherine, or Kate as he calls her, tells her. Now, he explains that he will do the best to find out what is going on, as it appears to have ties with the IRA, and the IRA has been itching to act for a long time. But he needs a little something, something from the Brits in order to lube the big machine so he can get movement. He wants prisoners let go, and then that will allow him to get answers. Kate naturally sees an issue with this because that's very much appeasement. But they still decide to make a compromise. He's going to give something and he might get his people pardoned, including his cousin. But there is more. There is clearly some old lie here that they are covering up. I love it so much. Very duplicitous. You can tell that this is probably where I forgot what the director's name is, Mr. Skyfall, Casino Royale. Wait, this is probably where he had his most energy. Anyway, while this is being shot,
Oh, did he direct this?
yes, Casino Royale guy, yeah. Um,
Oh, why
Miss,
am I?
we
I'm
get,
forgetting his name. I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
Martin something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But we get the Sorkin walk. For those who don't know, the Sorkin walk is the famous style of walking where someone's like, where they all like there's a camera over their head and they're walking down a passage and like
Yeah.
That's called the
It's
Sorkin.
quite famous,
Yeah,
that thing. Yeah. It's Martin
exactly. Yeah. What you said?
the director of this movie.
Um, Martin?
Martin Campbell.
Martin.
Uh,
Ah. So anyway, the Sorkin walk moves things along, it gives energy to the scene as important dialogue is being put out there. This is a great film technique that keeps the watcher interested. And as this is political drama unfolds, there's clearly a lot to say. And a lot of the things that are said here carry the weight of the entire movie. So you kind of have to pay attention. It also paints Liam as someone who seems to be looking for answers himself, but also shows his cunning side because he's trying to get something out of it. But the message is clear. He needs to do something in order to get his way. 14 minutes in. Again, things are moving fast. I can't believe it. Anyway, a man, a woman, they park like lunatics. Like I don't even drive and I hate these people. They just like anyway, and they enter a Chinese shop. They are looking for the store owner. They are agents. They need to
yeah,
identify.
these. Also, if you think they're going to be a major plot point in the plot,
Yeah.
like
No,
the investigators that are looking for these people, you think they're important.
nope.
You thought you were going to get
That's the
British
impression they
black girl
gave us.
magic. You thought you were
That's the
going to get
impression they
British
gave
black
us.
girl magic. It was.
Hell
She's
no.
just there to be like, we will catch them. That's my scene. I'm out. It's
Yeah.
like, you're what?
So yeah, they talk to Quan, and Quan is like, okay, but who did this? And Quan chooses some Denzel Washington levels of emotion right here with these uneven tears. It's just lovely. There's a stillness to him that is not wooden acting at all. It is clearly contained pain and almost fury. They leave their items. They leave the items behind and promise that the bad guys will be caught. And it is a marker of where Quan is. It even ends with a little action beat that No, there's like 3 beats in this whole movie. But yeah, a little bit of an action beat in this one, lasts like a few seconds. And a promise has been made, okay, by the British ex-agents. Will they keep it? Will he be satisfied? Dum 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 dum. Um, so cut back to
Spoiler
Liam.
alert, no.
Yeah. Another minute has passed. We cut to Liam. In the important, yeah, we're back to the important people involved in the IRA, and they've been pulled in for a meeting, and they're and like
Wait,
all of this.
I gotta understand this, right?
Yeah,
First off, are they in Ireland or are they in Britain? Because I was confused.
I think it's back in Ireland. They're back in Ireland, but I don't
Okay.
think they
Then the
show
next
that.
thing I need to understand is that is the Irish like government just former IRA?
Yeah, I know what you mean, right? Because like it's not the
And
same.
like they just have an office dedicated. I'm like half of these guys was blowing shit up, and you guys have an office?
How organized are you people? Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, like I'm saying, and there's levels to this building. This building is huge. I'm like,
yeah.
wait, and also the way they were speaking in this meeting, it sounded like they were active IRA. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, can you be active as a terrorist and be a politician in the government?
Yeah. I think the rest are pretending to be
Like
business.
is the Irish government like the president? He's not like you guys can't do this because he's in
Apparently,
the
no,
deputy minister and he's a deputy minister. Where's the minister?
Never
But
seen, dude.
from what I gather, I think there's 2 tiers. There's the legit ones who are atoning for their sins, and then there's like the old regime that's yeah,
What I'm trying to
basically.
say is that the government, the Irish government, they wouldn't come in and shut all of this down to be like, you guys can't be part of the IRA and be part of the government.
Apparently, they are the government. No, there's nothing, dude. You never see any Irish police at all. You just see British police, even later on, but we're gonna get into that. Um, So yeah, we get a lot of information from this meeting, by the way. There is clear evidence that the authentic element of the authentic IRA, the real IRA are involved in this as well, and the Brits know it. You can tell here that all the men are old. They say it's all about the young bloods. The young bloods are taking over. What are we gonna do? And the old bloods know what happened in the past. They don't want it to happen again. Interestingly, they ask him what they will get in the deal, right? They're like, okay, but what do we get out of this? And he simply says peace, which is a lie. Because he said he wanted to get his political prisoners free, but he just says peace. So why is he lying? The scene even lingers for a split second on that moment when he lies. The scene is, of course, too fast-paced for anyone to truly notice, but you kind of see it. Why isn't he talking about the freed prisoners? Because he wants something? Because it would seem like an incentive? We do not know. The scene does a lot of heavy lifting here. Like there's a lot going on in the scene, and the words here are important for the rest of the movie. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he was also playing it way too well, you know. Maybe it's because I've had already seen this movie before, you know, second view wing, and I'm like, the way you're so pissed off, my G, you are selling it really well, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, he
And
is,
also
dude.
even saying that there's possibly a mole in here because how did these people find all the information and all of that? Clearly, someone is
Yeah.
giving them this information. So we need to find out who it is. I'm
Yeah.
like, way to cover your tracks.
Oh yeah, someone's being played. It's us. It's beautiful. 100%. Um, we are with the agents. We're in a police building. We're with agents watching the blast. They're trying to investigate what's going on. Police work is being done. They are going over every single detail, piece by piece, when they're interrupted because a Chinaman has come again. It's Quan.
That's wild. In 20 when did this movie come out?
2017.
2017.
In 2017, I thought Asians would be all over this shit. Like, like what?
Oh, but remember,
You can't
the
be
book was
saying.
written in the early 90s, so or rather
Yeah, but I'm
published.
just saying, I thought they would have changed it. I thought they would have gone from man from China. Like, like Chinaman is wild. That's what they were calling them on the railroad.
You clearly have not seen that Steven Seagal movie with Mike Tyson. Isn't it called The Chinaman? That one's made in China.
Oh God.
But it's as bad as you think it is. But anyway, yeah. So Kwan is desperate for these men to be caught. He then offers Mr. Policeman 20,000 pounds, which is like over 200,000 rand. Hot damn. If you can just get even one name. The police tell him the IRA are dangerous men. He can't do anything. He should leave this to the police. Friday action night.
You know that wouldn't have
One
worked in South
man.
Africa, my G. If you
Yeah?
gave a black policeman, you know what?
Yeah. No, say
Never
it. What?
mind. Nah, it's
What?
all good. No, nah,
You're
nah, nah.
gonna get us
Ah,
canceled.
Nah, nah, it's all good. Nah, it's all good.
I
Never mind,
already
man.
crossed the line for you, Chief. Don't
Forget
worry.
it. Now forget it. Forget what I said. Cancel it.
Break
Cancel.
up the
It's fine.
channel for
No,
the sake of our lives.
nah, it's all good. I'm gonna edit this part out. Nah, 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 nah.
Oh, so you
I
want to
wanna
edit
be
my
alive,
parts out,
bro.
but you'll edit this one.
I wanna live long. I don't wanna die anytime soon. It's all good.
Side note, this British police plot, I
Mhm.
think, gets dragged out a bit too long,
Mm,
and I think it takes away from the movie.
mm,
Like I feel like this guy either should have been the guy talking to Jackie Chan, like as
mm.
one of the agents or one of the main agents or whatever. Like it should have been him in that scene talking to Jackie
Yeah.
instead of the two people that are faceless that disappear. Because I
You
feel
know who
like
he reminds me of?
No, that's
He
fair.
reminds me of the black guy in Mission Impossible, The Dead Reckoning. The submarine captain or whatever you call him.
oh yeah, who's a
Yeah.
major plot point but then disappears.
He's a major plot point, but he just feels unnecessary. And
Mm.
he's
No, and
Wait.
then
not.
on
Yeah.
top of that, I thought he was Viola Davis's no, Viola Davis, no, Angela Bassett. Whoops, I
Mm.
mixed up my black women, sorry. Angela Bassett's
Hate.
yeah. I thought he was Angela Bassett's son, and then you find out no, it's not him. And you're like, oh, so that whole plot, okay, it's another bra. All right.
Yeah.
We at
So,
African Frame do
so
not
yeah.
think black people look alike. The views expressed.
No, no. It's not even about the likeness. It's just this is an important role given to this
Mm,
person,
mm.
but it seems like the director is not using this person correctly.
No, I agree. I think what Buck said made a lot of sense. Having that guy see him first made perfect sense. Having those guys, they should have used less actors and repeated. I think that's a very good point you guys are making. I think that's 100% valid. Um, I mean, yeah, no. I think that's valid because when he starts talking about Kwan's backstory, I'm like, what? Like it would have made more sense if you got a visual of him seeing him first, or like it's okay. That would have, yeah, no, I'm with you there. But anyway, yeah, so we get the backstory. He is literally the last person of his family. Jackie does a great job here. We also see that he is fully, well, semi-fully healed. A lot of his scars are gone, and that time has passed. And also when he leaves, he makes himself small and pained. And I wonder if the two. Oh yeah, as a filmmaker, I kind of wish that the back and forth here had been done in one shot instead of coverage
Cutting
shooting.
back, yeah.
Yeah, back the cut. I think if it had been in one shot, Tarantino style, would have been amazing. But yeah, it's still great acting on both sides. Anyway, 22 minutes in, can you believe it? We discover that it's 3 weeks later. He is doing research when we see him, Liam, on TV, and he's talking about his days as an IRA member. We see, we see what Kwan said about needing any name, and we see a lady has brought some tea. That lady sees that the shrine to honor the dead, which had been shown before, has been completely neglected. The plants are dead. The candles are burned out.
Just a quick question though.
Mhm.
Does her hair get more gray as the movie goes on?
I'm not
Like, is
sure.
she
I think
supposed to be the same age as Jackie Chan? As
she's
Kwan?
supposed to be younger but older,
No,
yes.
she's supposed to be younger. I think she's more like a Sue Storm to Reed Richards type thing. By the way, she's a singer, that lady, and an
Yeah, but
actress.
she's not Magneto to Rogue. It's not that kind of age
Yeah,
difference.
No,
no.
no, no. That's what I'm saying. Sue to Reed.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
Yeah.
because
yeah.
what I was saying was is that every time you see her, it's like they
Mm.
add more age makeup to her, and I'm just
Oh,
like, is this supposed to represent her getting stressed out by Jackie Chan? Like she started out young, and then at the end of the movie, she's
And
decrepit
also,
because
it
this
just
nigga
seems
made her
like
lose her
it just
mind.
seems like they tried really hard to make them look crusty for no
yes.
reason.
Oh no, they did. Oh no, they absolutely they aged up these Asians. They were like, nah, y'all niggas don't crack, and I don't like it. They had some
Because I'm
cracks.
like, there's no way these people look
No,
this
because what I'm
bad.
trying to say is that in
Mm.
this scene that you're talking about, man, she looks
Yes.
older than when she talked to the police officers.
Mm. Fair.
And I was
I
like,
guess it's never
Maybe
really
are you
noticed.
that's
aging
probably
rapidly? What's
that's
happening?
probably a continuity error. Probably a continuity
Maybe,
error.
yeah,
Yeah.
makeup issue. Because I never really
Because
noticed, but
then I'm just saying, like, she should have just been like a girlfriend or a second wife or something. Like,
nah,
they
I
should have
think
just
best friend
established that
works.
early.
I mean, I think a friend,
No,
because
I
remember,
mean,
one
they're
is
but they're
dead.
not aiming for best friend vibes because the way she's talking to Jackie Chan, that's not how friends would speak. And then also when we get to the end of the movie, you're like, okay, obviously, but you guys didn't
Yeah,
have time for this.
Look, the
yeah,
way
I
I
think it
see it,
changes. Yeah.
this book was written to have a lot of um, M. Night Shyamalan reveals at the end, but it wasn't executed so well that you actually gasp when you see those moments, if that makes sense.
I get
So
what you're
even at the
saying.
end, finding out who this lady actually is to him, that was a moment, that was a reveal moment, probably in the book. It was supposed to
Mm,
hit us, but it
mm,
didn't. Because initially I just thought she's just a colleague. They work at the same restaurant. He's her
yeah.
boss or something.
Yeah.
And
Quite lit. Yeah.
yeah.
No, because what I'm trying to say is that there's no other character that's even trying to pull Quan back, and then she's doing stuff like I'm gonna sleep over, I'm gonna take you to this, I'm gonna feed you, and all of that stuff. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm guessing this is just a coworker situation, or not a
Mm.
coworker, maybe even a friend situation. But then again, there's two other shots that happen. I'm sure we'll get to the first one where I'm just like, oh, so there's something more supposed to be happening here. But okay.
I'd like to think of it as an in-between thing, but yeah, we'll get in. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, but
yeah.
it looks going back to what you were talking about, Rob, it just looked like it smells like shit there. She just didn't open the windows, but the
Mm.
fact that she
Yeah.
opened the blinds, you
Yeah.
could tell that no, guy
This
is
nigga
not
let
taking care of
himself go.
himself.
Yeah.
He's just wallowing in pity at this point.
Exactly. Well, yeah, so the plants are dead, the candles are burned out. Yeah. Ironically, we hear talking about how all as this is all happening, right? We hear Mr. Liam talking about how all hope is lost when he used to commit violence, and how at that time there had only been vengeance. All hope was gone, there was just vengeance. I like that a lot because what that kind of does, kind of, you know, that anime thing they do sometimes? Where like you gee Goku and like Goku doesn't move, and for some reason we cut to fucking Tien, and Tien's like, oh my god, I think he's doing the so and so, and it's like, okay, thanks for explaining, bro. I feel like that's what's happening here, um, and I think it's beautiful. Like I actually like it.
Don't
Right.
sound like you like it.
I know I'm using a terrible example of it, terrible use of it, but this seems is a nice way of like what's the word? It's a diegetic. I like it. But anyway,
I get what
yeah,
you're saying.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, the lady in question tries to handle things. We are back with Liam as he settles down at his desk, and we get a mini update on the anger and fear of the people around him. The city is angry and scared. None of us see it, but anyway, it appears to be pointed at the minister, not him. And then it turns out Kwan is trying to get a hold of Leon and insists on talking to him. He's been on the phone for ages. Liam takes the phone call, and we get an interesting conversation. Kwan calls bullshit on a deputy minister and a former IRA member knowing nothing. All Kwan has ever wanted was a name, and because Liam didn't give a name. He ironically gave his own name. Then you get some of that generic throbbing music that as he burns the shrine photos of his family and all the articles that he'd been collecting. And at that moment, turns out the lady's name is Lam. From before shows up. Kwan says he failed all the people of his life and he gives up his restaurant. Naturally, Lam freaks out and says she will stay with him until they can speak together. But Kwan pulls
and
a full
then he
Batman.
pulls a "I'm Batman."
Yep, and vanishes, leaving his life behind.
Look, at least this one kind of makes sense because I get sick
Yeah.
of this when it happens in Hollywood films where like people will be in the same car, and by the way, they'll be in the same like Arrow did this, I think, with
Mhm.
one of their characters. Yeah, they did it with Arrow. So the guy who just a quick rundown of the scene. There's a guy who's driving Arrow or is driving Oliver, and they're in the same car. And then the guy is looking in the rear view mirror, and then the camera switches position and it goes to like a POV shot, and then the camera cuts back to the back seat, and Oliver is gone. And this guy's like, "How did he do that?" And I'm like, "You didn't hear a door open?
Yeah,
Like,
what car do you have?
Like, I don't care how much of a ninja you are, you can't silence a door." I was like, that does not know what. So
That's
at
not
least
how
this
sound
one,
works.
the door is open. You know,
Yes.
she had her back turned, so him disappearing makes sense.
And you hear
Like
the car
I
start at
hate it
least.
when I hate it in films when I'm like, I get you a ninja, my G, but you cannot, like, physics does not work that way. There's no technology to silence a door.
But yeah, okay. Anyway, we're 27 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. The generic action music is pumping now. It's about to go down as Quan tools up. We see him struggling, holding the equipment. The shit's heavy, and he takes so long. Lamb finds him, but then he's like, "Get
Yeah.
off my window!" And then he leaves it behind. He's taking his
This is
van.
where I was like, oh, okay, there seems to be something more because how does she know about this place? And then why is she saying stuff like, when will you be back? That sounds
Mm,
like a wife talking to the husband
yeah.
going to war type shit. I was like, yeah, that's not what I would say to my friends. I'd probably say like, what the hell are you doing? It would be more of a fist fight than I just watch you go off into the distance. Like Rob, Kim, if you guys ever tell me I'm going to war, I'm gonna be like, sit your black ass down.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I can't even
Like, you're not
argue.
just gonna drive. I'm getting in the car. What are you doing?
Get your ass. Okay, now fair enough, man. But yeah, so yeah, he takes the ferry to Ireland, and he gets himself a room while still carrying those same bags. And ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to Act One because we are officially in Act Two. It is go time. Um, Very dramatic shift of acts, by the way. But anyway, Kwan shows up directly at the deputy administrator's office directly, which shocks the guards, though they have no idea who he is. Just a weird Asian man with plastic bags, while the receptionist is on the phone. The guards get their hackles up as Kwan says who he is. They're pissed and they tell him that he will not be meeting Liam. They are about to toss his ass out when Liam opens the door and steps out. And this leads to a chat where he lies about being tied to the IRA. Like we know he's lying. We saw that this man's got connections, which is interesting. I like that. Sometimes what movies will do is they'll not let you know. Do you know what I mean? So I think this is interesting. It's a nice little angle here.
Side note, I thought Jackie Chan was gonna chop those two guys in the neck. He's like he's doing the old man badass trope
Mhm.
in a very Jackie Chan way, which I found
Oh
very
yeah,
interesting. Because
yeah.
had
Like
this been Sylvester Stallone, those guys would have tried to grab him, and he would have been rooted like a mountain, and then he would have like
oh yeah,
karate chopped them in the neck twice, and then those guys' whole body would start malfunctioning.
oh yeah. In fact, actually, when
So
you say that, yeah. In fact, when you say that, actually, I was gonna actually think of the Skyfall angle. Was it Skyfall, the one where James Bond is like, "Oh, I'm an old man now." Like if you compare that to this, I actually think this is better. Because this one, Jackie Chan feels like an old man, whereas in Skyfall, this man does not feel like an old man at all. It's like, so I think I actually kind of like the old man, like, oh, this is heavy. I'm old. I'm wrinkled. I can't run that fast. I like that more here. I don't know. I just like it. But yeah. Anyway,
Granted, he's still doing crazy stuff. Like,
of
it's
course.
still 5-on-1 and winning.
Oh yeah, but the way he does it, I can't wait to get into it. So anyway, Quan just says it straight. You are the chosen one. You will find answers for me. Amazing, which is just wild. He
Okay,
says that.
okay,
Huh?
okay, Obi-Wan. Like, okay.
Yeah,
But I'll say this, Liam takes way too long to say anything. I'm like, dog, I would stop taking that bass in my voice and just tell this brother that I don't know nothing. Like, the escalation that this thing goes to, I would have long time, like, yo.
But you know what? I think one thing they got right, and I hope I don't sound xenophobic by saying this,
Uh-oh.
is the whole patience thing. The I'll wait thing.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
ask if you've had grandmothers who owe foreigners who the way if they bought stuff from foreigners and they said the foreigners said they'll come end of the month. And when they come, the grandmother says that she's not here. Oh, they'll wait. They're going nowhere.
Yeah, that's an interesting stereotype. Definitely, I like that. It's a cool one. Patience is not our virtue. Yeah, so he says Liam will change his mind with a smile and he leaves, and I love it. By the way, I hate how generic the music is. It's to the point where it would have been more creative to actually use the sound effects of the world, kind of like Edgar Wright does. You know, he does the cuts. You know what I mean? Like that would have been more
Yeah.
interesting, like a kettle boiling, a car revving. You know what I mean? Like to show tension, as opposed to this whole like dot, 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 dot. Thanks for this AI produced beat, because there's no way a human being made this. You know what I mean? Like it's just awful. I hate it so much. But anyway, so
I
yeah,
mean, it was
32.
interesting
You
to see
know,
Jackie Chan loom over a 6-foot man.
we have spoken about
Hmm.
movies that seem like they're released way later than they should have. This
Yeah,
movie is clearly an early 2000 movie, dog.
yeah, that's true.
In every sense of the word. This movie should have come out around the time the Born series was coming out.
I mean, did you see what phones they had? It was 2017. The Motorola Razr was already old by then. And there they are
But
with like a
also, that's
3210.
that's the other issue with Hollywood that we don't really talk about, where sometimes they do a movie and then they shelve it.
Mm, yeah,
Then they release it later on.
of
Kind of like
course.
this whole Acme versus, yeah. But anyway, that's a story for another
Yes.
day.
Oh yeah, no. Remember we actually discussed it once with the Exorcist trailer. I think we discussed the Exorcist. And we were talking about how the Russell Crowe one had come out before, but was actually shot after. And then the other one, which was actually terrible. Never mind. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yes,
Anyway,
we spoke
32
about
minutes.
that. Yes, we spoke about that.
Yes. Shameless plug. Please watch our other episodes. 32 minutes in, after being kicked out, he goes to the bathroom and those groceries are being used. It took me a moment to realize,
Okay,
but
so
Mhm.
I'm assuming that, I guess we'll say off screen, in between shots, he filled those bottles with nitroglycerin.
Yep, I just assumed it was lemonade, not even nitroglycerin. I mean, it looks like lemonade coloring. You know
Yeah,
what I
so I'm
mean?
like,
Yeah.
did he put nitroglycerin and then he put yellow colorant in it to make it
Like,
look like it was lemonade?
yeah, like what
Because
is
I was
going
like,
But
on?
that,
also,
like, I'm not a scientist, but how, Sway?
Yeah, how does lemonade
but
do that?
also, like this intelligence, what kind of intelligence are they, these guys? Are you telling me none of them said, wait, 1 plus 1, they just said, here's some groceries.
Yeah, it's got some bread and milk.
an army Swiss knife. That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he was.
No, but I'm saying also when he said you will change your mind, nobody was like, maybe we should watch this guy.
Yeah, they
Because
don't
no
want to
actually,
one
he
make
was
it.
the
ends a
only one that
conversation like that and they can't do anything to you.
Liam is
Yeah,
the
Like
only one
normal
that did
people
that.
don't say you will change your mind, especially to a politician.
look at their houses, right? If a voice goes, get out, they're like, I wonder what that is. Let me go investigate. That's the world they live in.
Well, there's a stereotype for you. We talked about xenophobia. Now we talk about white people who want to discover. They wanted to discover if you were serious.
Wow. Wow.
I'll go talk to him, honey.
Oh, no, it's fine. He won't do anything to us. Let's go investigate. Dead.
Classic. But anyway, yeah, 32 minutes in. Wait, yeah. So yeah. Up yeah, so yeah, we're in a set piece, we're in a set piece, and yeah, so it drops. That lemonade turns into a massive explosion. We cut quickly to the police. First we see their reaction to the explosion. That receptionist with all that attitude vanished. Um, and we cut quickly to the police, and we see that there's a level of animosity between the British police and Liam. And I'm not sure what that's about. If it's like it's the whole Ireland thing, like, hey, you fucking Brits, what are you doing here? Because he's like,
But
hey man, I
also,
did nothing.
where's the Irish police? Because if this is in the
Right,
backyard of Ireland, why is the British police taking care of it? I was confused. I'm
right.
like, you guys don't have a black ops or a bomb squad, or
Yeah,
they all come from England.
like I get it. England is forcibly a part of Ireland. I mean, Ireland is forcibly a part of England, but I'm pretty sure they still have
It's
police.
still a country. It still
Yes.
has borders. It still has like cities. It still has like a capital. Like you guys should have your own forces.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of similar to how we were having that. Uh, what's that other Jackie Chan movie? Police Story. When we were talking
Hmm?
about Police Story, we were talking about the history of, was it Hong
Oh,
Kong?
Hong Kong and England. Yeah.
Hong
England,
So
Kong
Hong
and
Kong,
yeah,
China.
kind of.
Yeah.
maybe we are oblivious to Irish and British history and we don't know
Yeah,
certain
you're right.
jurisdictions. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I'm still
Maybe.
no look. Ireland is part of the British. I mean,
Commonwealth,
okay,
yes.
The United
make this
Kingdom.
make this clear. Britain is a collection of countries. England
Yes.
is the singular country that turned everybody into Britain, including us,
Mm-hmm.
which is why we speak
Yes,
English. Yeah.
yes,
So
But
when you say British, you're including Ireland, you're including Scotland, you're including all
yes,
of those things. But they are
yes.
yes.
still countries, the same way South Africa is a country and we were part of the Commonwealth.
No,
So
no,
they
we
still
get
No,
should
no,
that.
but
have.
it's actually a little bit worse than that. There is a piece, if you look at a map of Ireland, inside Ireland is a piece of land that's just Britain. Um, there's also special rules that like because you know in the Commonwealth that technically if the British government wanted to disband Australia, the Australian Parliament they could do that if they wanted to. But there's even worse rules for Ireland. But I do know it's a little bit more complicated. I don't know. It's yeah.
No, I mean I don't know all the details, but I'm
Mm,
still saying like I don't understand why Ireland wouldn't have a police.
just something, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Because
Um,
like
I was saying.
if you
like I'm
guys
saying,
know, tell us.
yeah,
This
tell
man's
The
us in the
Googling now,
the
isn't
conversation
he?
United
down below.
Kingdom, yeah. I don't know. I don't know either. We don't know, guys.
Yeah.
We honestly don't
Yeah, if
know.
you know, tell us. We're curious. So anyway, as soon as the inspector leaves, I mean like 1 second later, Kwan's phone, I mean, their phone rings and it's Kwan, and he asks if the man has changed his mind. Liam still doesn't get it and tries to negotiate and gets hung up on. The scenes are just as short as before, by the way, but the flow of information is very different. We're just kind of getting action. No
The
one's
way I would
explaining
have
these
snitched
things to us.
after an explosion, I would have snitched.
Definitely. 35 minutes in, Liam gets a call. It's a guy, I thought this guy was kick-ass, by the way. I thought this guy
Mhm.
was genuinely unironically the guy from Kick-Ass the first time I watched the movie. Like talk about a doppelganger.
Oh yeah. I was like Aaron Taylor Johnson. What are you doing in this
Yeah,
film?
what are you doing here?
He
Like
actually
Trayvon?
does look like him, though. He does look like him.
Right?
Yeah.
Craziness. Anyway, this guy gets a call. I just called him Timu Kickass. He gets a call from Uncle Liam, and he says the word Uncle Liam, which pisses me off for later because I'm like, I'm very confused. But anyway, Uncle
No,
Liam,
and then he started, yeah, like it goes from Uncle Liam to Liam, and I'm like, is he your uncle or not? And on which side?
yeah,
No, but
and like, is
also,
there blood
this is that
involved?
thing that I
Because I
told you
don't
guys
like.
about in the past that I hate it when people say, ah, yes, Buckmeister, my youngest brother. It's been such a long time. I wouldn't talk to you like that. Like, it's just us. It's just you and me in a room. I wouldn't say, yes, Buckmeister, my youngest brother. That's not
Yeah,
how we speak.
Also, like we
You
know
know?
his name is
yeah,
Liam. Just call him uncle if he's your uncle.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You put two and two together.
Like Magazi, or like, yes, just yeah, just do that.
No,
But
look,
nope,
but I get it though. We do
it's
that in our
writing.
family where we
Yes.
we say uncle and the name because we have a lot of uncles. But
Yeah, but then you
I
keep
just feel
doing
like
it.
it's just
No, but
disingenuous.
I
We're
Yeah.
don't
trying.
call my but I'm saying I don't call my aunt all by her name the entire time. Like
Mm.
first time greeting, I will say Rahadi and so and so and so and forth. But after that, she's just my auntie. Like or she's just my like my my smaller mother or whatever. So you say meh or whatever. But you put two and two together. He just keeps going on and off with this uncle thing, and I was just like, pick one.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
But
I
yeah,
hear you. I hear
before
you.
we,
Some
yeah.
might say we're nitpicking, but
Oh
yeah,
no, these
it's
are, yeah. It's
yeah.
not that. Well, the reason I was
Okay,
upset
I'm
about it
going.
is
I
because,
have bigger criticisms for later, so it's fine.
yes, is because of like how he treats Uncle Liam, the how he treats the family. It feels very Game of Thrones. That's what I felt about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you read my mind.
Yeah,
There's a lot
hey,
of Game
That's
of
what bothers
Thrones
me.
I was like, nah,
stuff
nah, nah,
here.
nah, 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 nah. Yeah,
But anyway, so yeah, we're that whole Uncle Leo thing, we're still in the same minute when it cuts back to Kwan, who sits down exhausted. He takes a breath for 1 second, and that's all he needs. Picks up his bags, action time. It's amazing. It's a nice little, it's so good. So you get personality to a character, and then you get personality to a scene. And that, to me, that's what like personality to a scene. Like someone could argue that Kwan has no personality whatsoever. They worked hard to give Liam's a very short amount of time. But even then, it's like a 2 out of 10. Whereas Kwan is like a 0 out of 10 when it comes to character, not in terms of like how good he is. Yes, he loves his daughter and has nothing to lose, but to me that doesn't feel original or adds up to anything useful because without scenes to back it up. But we see talent as he uses ice and acid to make something unknown as of yet. We see that he has knowledge and he has skills, but it's still not enough to count as a character. For example, John Wick gets points for his um um for his unironic determination later on in movies because of the hell he's put through. But even then, that only applies in the multiple movies of it all. In reality, what makes him special in the first movies is a man of contained rage that gets opened as the movie progresses, making John Wick kind of like a better character than Quan. And that's what I think is missing here. But funny enough, that doesn't make this movie bad, in my opinion. Because sometimes you don't need a two-dimensional character all the time. A good example of that, of course, being Leonidas from the movie 300. He's not an evolving character. The multiple dimensions actually come from Leon. So we get all that stuff from Leon, and Quan just gets to stay Quan as we watch Liam's world get turned upside down, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I think
But I'm
it's
saying that's why they're like good. Like it's the principle of simple versus complicated, and
Hmm.
that's why I wished that they actually committed to Liam because they kind of chicken out towards the end. We'll
Mm.
get to it when we get to it.
it's
But
Yeah.
it,
that's
it's
why
just
these characters work in
it,
tandem because yeah, one is simple, one is complicated.
Mm.
it seems like it's a trope that's been used on a lot of movies, and it's something that, Mystery Inc. has been doing in Scooby-Doo since the 60s, where You were just a fly, man. You were just a small cog in this big. I didn't think that you, out of all people, would be the stumbling block to my progress. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's John McClane and Hans Gruber. It's like
mm,
some random guy, some
mm.
random old man whose daughter just happened to die in that specific
Yeah.
building
Oh yeah.
is the pest that's actually, you know, in the
Yeah.
way of me getting away with this. If it wasn't for
Oh
this
yeah.
meddling old man, I would have been fine. It's a
100%.
trope. It's a trope, but
Yeah.
it works, you know.
Oh, no, definitely. But what I like about it, yeah, but yeah, it's great stuff. So yeah, we're still in the set piece as we see Liam's men getting into the car. When we see a wire coming out the petrol tank, they stop before they can turn the car on, and a great moment of tension. I just loved it. There's a paper there. The paper's still asking for names. Leon's gonna have to change his mind, but as it turns out, it was not a bomb. It was just a warning.
It was
But
just a
it's not
message.
over. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me have been an employee. I'm going in, boss. Give him the
I'm
names.
done. I'm
Jesus.
Yeah,
done.
I'm snitching.
I'm done. If I was the driver, not even the guy,
Quit.
not even the other guy, the driver who
Mm.
was told don't
Yes.
move. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the
nah,
one.
I'm done. This is it.
And that wouldn't even happen to me. Do you know what happened? Like instead of don't move, just me, I back. Just see me shrinking.
I'm done.
Yo, Rob, you leave it behind there.
You're gonna learn, buddy. You're gonna learn.
Learn
Don't,
what? I'm dead. I'm in pieces.
I'll look after your family. But the came around
Yo.
was like, if you come back, if they come back alive, you're like, hey, look
So
who
Rob,
made
if
it.
now
Yeah.
I'm boxing everybody in that office and then I'm quitting.
fam, look, if I get out of that,
Yeah.
you're dead, dog. I'm killing you. You're gone.
Ah,
You're out of here.
yo, I'm boxing that blonde lady. I'm boxing Liam. I'm boxing the security guards. I'm fighting everybody and then I quit.
Giving names. Okay, guys.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's not over. It's just a warning, it's not over. As he's doing his work, we discover that as Quan is doing his work, we discover that he's been discovered. They snitched. And now the gang is after him. We hear as that's kicking off, we kind of hear and see Catherine and Leon on the phone, and we discover that they are closer with the names, and Liam has a lead for them to progress with. They're getting closer to the answers. Um, cut back, um, cut back to the fight scene, and we see that Kwam and the old lady is helping the goons, and Quan escapes through the roof, but he's being chased. It's our first action scene. It has taken 40 minutes for our first kick in a Jackie Chan movie. But you know what? I still love it. It's classic Jackie Chan. The only difference is they're playing up his age. The fights become way more messy. It's all over the place. Like you see, like they do the classic Jackie Chan Sparta kick. Like if you actually watch Jackie Chan, you'll be amazed sometimes this man gets Sparta kicked. So like that guy comes, kicks him to the ground. He has to try and get up after he comes down the window. You see him jumping from
Yeah,
one
but
wall to the
that's
other
just kind of
one.
what I'm saying when the movie's uneven
Mm,
to me because I was like, you guys rushed to get to the action and then you slowed down randomly a little bit to do all of this other
hmm
exposition and then you kind of rush to get to the action. And
Yep.
then when the action is happening, it's also slower paced than a lot of Jackie Chan films.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
Jackie Chan was like I thought this was where we were gonna get like the raid type
Mm,
of like where he just
nah.
like those scenes in the raid where the guy just mashes two people by himself type thing.
Yes.
I
Yes, of
thought he was just
course.
gonna mash these two guys, but like they really draw out to the action scene. So that's why I
Oh
feel
no,
like it's
no.
feeling a little bit uneven.
Yeah, but it's still the
But it
cleverness. Like
was
for
good.
example, yeah, no, it's still good. Like for example, like when he jumps down the stairs, Like normally
Yeah.
Jackie Chan would jump down 3 sets of stairs. This one he jumps down, he's like, oh my God, my knees. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like, he can't get up. But then it's still like a clever moment later on where like, yo, the bald guy gets abused like a Jackie Chan villain normally, where like they get into the fight and he closes the door and it's just him and the bald guy. So he slams the bald man through a window. And I was like, ah damn, bro. Classic Jackie Chan, but done in this weird old man way. That is, I think it's so funny that you mentioned the raid, actually, Buck. It's so funny that you mentioned the raid because I feel like when you mix Western, because remember the director for the raid, I think he's a white guy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
When you mix Western with Eastern, sometimes you get this like synergy where like something like it takes the creativity of some of the Western ideas with some of the intensity of Eastern action and this combination that comes together, the raid, the extraction, well, this ridiculously short scene, I think they all like have this uniqueness because of a mix of West and East. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, classic Jackie Chan. Um, yeah, he's less willing to engage in. I also like the fact that the old lady is not on Kwan's side, and is supporting the bad guys. It feels like a nice touch. It paints a picture of Irish unity. Like Kwan is an outsider, aka a foreigner. But he gets away and he fights, and yeah, he still gets to live another day.
You know, speaking of that,
Yeah.
Rob, it's funny how you know who I think liked this movie more than we did?
Who?
Foreigners. I'll tell you why. There's a scene where just after giving that cop the money and the cop didn't take the money,
Mm.
he explains to the cop that he's been here
Since the 80s,
for a
yeah.
lot of years
Mm.
and he's a British citizen. But given what you just said now, it proves that it doesn't matter how long you've been in a country, and even if you have dual citizenship, you're still referred to as a foreigner.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I still can't believe he hasn't
Oh
learned
my
English properly. But no, I
Look,
hear what you're saying. No,
I mean,
fully.
hey, look, these guys are calling him Chinaman. I was like, they don't care about his citizenship.
No
No, I
ifs
think even
given.
the English thing, I think for the most part is realistic as well.
Yeah.
Especially with the first generation.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not that easy
I
for
mean,
them
Jackie Chan's
to.
English sounds the best it's ever sounded in a
Oh,
film.
definitely. I wonder which is
Oh,
better,
I
Jackie Chan's
agree.
English or John
I
Cena's
agree.
Chinese. I wonder which one is better.
Oh, it's Jackie Chan's English, I think.
Yes, Jackie Chan's English. Definitely.
I don't know. John Cena sounds pretty good, but anyway.
Mr. Thugonomics. But anyway, okay.
Yeah, to a
But
South
anyway,
African Xhosa ear, he sounds good.
yeah. Nelson Mandela, buddy, the first black man with an Asian accent. But anyway,
What?
41 minutes in. You never heard that
Let's keep
joke?
going. Let's keep going. Oh my god.
I can't- Yeah.
This movie, this video definitely ain't making it to the sponsors.
Yeah, the YouTube trending, not gonna make it. But anyway, 41 minutes in now. Only 41 minutes in. It's 10 o'clock. Liam is pissed. He's at home with his wife, and he can't believe that that this man is nowhere to be found. He can't believe things are as they are. As Mary is there, and he tells Mary she's gonna have to go to the farm. And that's when Timu Kickass shows up. And there's this weird acknowledgement between Kickass and Mary. As it turns out, this man is not here for Kwan. He's here for the London situation. He needs to talk to someone in London. They can't follow leads properly because Leon can't be seen selling out the IRA, even if it helps them all in the long run. And yeah, that's 2 minutes maximum out. Queen goes to fetch
I
his
honestly wouldn't want to
Kwan.
be Liam. I don't think any of us would want to be Liam.
Hey,
I think
dog.
there's a certain level of leadership that's just way
Mhm.
too stressful, man.
Yeah,
One wrong move, one wrong decision, and it's over.
yeah. And the thing is, everyone's mad at him. That's another thing. Everyone's mad at him. That's so crazy. And I love it. It's
Including
so
his
fascinating.
wife.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Which divorce her. Leave.
Right? Until we find
Separate.
out why. I'm so
God damn
excited.
it.
I'm so
No,
excited for that
but
part.
remember, for him to advance to a certain level politically,
Needs a wife. Yeah.
he needs he needs a
Find
wife.
someone
Yeah.
else. This woman clearly is not on your team. And that's way more detrimental
No,
than
definitely.
to your
But
political career. She will tank that shit out of spite.
well, the thing is, right now, as of right now, right, we haven't gotten the turnaround yet. So right now, she just seems like a dumb, super loyal wife. Where it's like, this woman is ridiculous. Why are you still here? Like, and then the next
He
couple,
did not
like, you know
even
what I
feel like
mean?
Rob. She did not feel loyal to me. It felt like they were having major problems in their relationship.
Yeah, but she's clearly
From that first
docile.
phone call, I was like, "You all are still married? Damn!"
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Which means she seems. I think, yo, man, what's going on with Mr. X today? But anyway, so yeah, Quan goes to fetch his car. We're now 43 minutes in. Quan goes to fetch his car. The man is watching. The man that was watching the car, because they noticed it was his car, didn't lock his own door because he's an idiot, and because of it, he gets the beats by Dre. And now Quan is back in action with his stuff. As he follows Liam to his mistress, and he can do now what his he can do all of this now that his wife is at the farm. Sorry. Quan immediately sends him a photo of himself and the mistress in that moment. Quan wants those names and is willing to blackmail. Doesn't matter. Um, we are
Just
late.
snitch.
Hmm?
You know you
Yeah.
have some idea of who it is. This man blew up your office. He found your mistress. Can ruin you politically.
Yeah.
Yo,
And you understand why later on you discover why he's not cooperating. But I love it. I love all of it. It's great. So yeah, we are still late for that meeting as we are now in the next moment, because that all took a minute, by the way, less than a minute. We are now at the Royal Academy in Greenwich. They show the whole name thing, and Timo Kickass meets up with the policeman from before. Commander Bromley is his name. And Timo Kickass lays the cards out. He explains the situation that Liam is in and explains how Leon plans to catch the bad guys with the little word thing. It's the only way they can be found. But that's an ugly thing, as they don't even think about catching them before the next attack. Instead, the idea is to use the Brits to catch the baddies. The idea is to use the next attack to catch them, and the Brits are like, okay, fine, we'll wait for that second attack, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah, we'll wait for that second attack, but then we get to catch them. You guys don't get to sort it in-house. It's a tricky situation, but I think they say yes. Information is still moving, which is tricky because remember we're near the halfway mark. You have to be careful with when information keeps coming in for a movie, but it's fine. We're still near the middle, so it's fine. We've seen the pieces set up from Act One, and now we're seeing the pieces shuffling around. So cool. That all lasted 2 minutes. It's done. We're at the farm. They have examined what the black bags that Quan was keeping in the house were about. It turns out Quan has made 4 bombs. Um, we get the trailer type. We get like that. You know the type movie line you get in the trailer. You'll be safe here, and then Pierce Brosnan's like, "I wouldn't count on it." Dun, 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 dun. Anyway,
yeah.
the paranoia is getting to him.
It's that what's this? We can take him, boss. And he's like, don't underestimate him or whatever.
Yes.
And then it'll cut to like Van Damme. And then and it'll cut to Van Damme spin kicking like 6 guys.
No, doing the splits. Classic Van Damme splits.
No, I'm saying he's doing splits and people around him are dying. You don't know how. And it's like, one man.
Exactly. The man, the myth, the legend. But yeah. So yeah. It's a super, super short scene, by the way. But we need to keep up in case we forgot, I guess. We're still positioning the pieces so we know where everyone is. It still feels less than needed. Again, you were talking about cutting moments. You could have cut this. And then you had more time with Kwan's daughter. I think this is one of those things you could have cut, in my opinion. Anyway, yep. We see the van going we see the van. It's chilling. In the shot, you see the van, but you see a new van going somewhere. You see the old van twice before you see the new van, and inside the new van is Quan. It's the old swap around, and now that he swapped his cars around, he's in the forest. And doesn't linger on that, he cuts straight to the perimeter. It's nighttime. Man goes straight snake Plissken. What's it? Liquid snake? Nah, it's liquid snake, I think.
Solid snake.
Say it again?
Solid snake.
Solid snake, you're right. Liquid snake is the bad guy, you're right. The man goes full snake and enters the land and plants a bomb, but they have caught onto the unlatched gate.
Hey, look, hey, shout out to competent henchmen. I'll give them this. These henchmen, like, at least they be aware. Because in other movies,
that first part. Yes,
because in other movies, like these, like the main character will sneak right in front of the henchman, and the henchman will be I don't know what's going on.
See, I will only call them competent for the first part, in them discovering the latch. That part I will call competent. But this part, where the guard, the guard gets put to sleep, the first guard gets put to sleep, and then guard number 2, instead of immediately running and screaming, decides to go full NPC to go check on his man. Let me go find out what's going on. It'll be okay. And he gets the lullaby. Nap time.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Jackie Chan gives him a tiger knee and they're down.
And then soon afterwards, boom. We are now with Liam, and he finally takes things seriously, calling in more men to deal with it. And then a very interesting thing happens at this point. The wife, now this part confused the shit out of me. The wife calls him out, not for cheating, but for being soft. Like, is this woman really calling this man soft?
I agree. I agree with that woman, and I agree with Buck, which is something Buck said earlier about this guy not being what's the word? Reactive enough? By like taking matters into his own hands. He's delegating instead of taking, because he has experience. He knows what to do. 2 people in this entire movie tell him, "You are not the Liam that I know, Chief. The Liam that I know." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to get into that, actually.
That in itself is foreshadowing, I think.
Well, yes. I was going to say that, yes. It's funny that you say that, right? So, yeah, it paints a violent picture. You're right. It paints a violent picture of what this man used to be. And I think in a different action movie, as I think everything that you're saying would actually play into effect. In a different action movie, I think this would be the moment where Liam enters his training montage. He goes, like, he pulls down the sleeves of his shirt, and he goes full Senator Armstrong, and he goes, "You're right. The old me is back." And now, you know what I mean? And then,
I genuinely feel like the most competent villain who actually got henchmen to do a job, and those niggas were near, like they was almost perfect, was Freezer with the Guinea Force, Chief. Those niggas were competent as fuck. Like those niggas got the job done, dog.
They actually, if Frieza knew the Namekian words to summon Porunga, it would have been over.
Yeah. But I would actually say them, and I would say General Zhao from Avatar. I think he was also a very confident delegator. Both 100%. Of those guys. No, Frieza and General Zhao. 100%. No, I'm with you there, actually. But
let's not talk about Avatar. I think I'm getting triggered by it nowadays.
Speaking of which, you guys all held strong? No watching any leaks? No leaks watched?
I don't think I'm watching that thing ever. The whole premise has pissed me off.
What?
What do you mean the bootleg? Hey, man.
No, not the bootleg. I'm talking about the story. Everything I've heard, I hate.
I'm curious, but at the same time, I'm going to hold on. If they put it on the big screen, I'll watch it. That's the only time I'll watch it on the big screen. But anyway, so
Write an
yeah,
email to Paramount to ask them to do that.
I'm sure everyone's doing that. They're like, nigga, just put it on the big screen. What you're doing, you lost already. No one's gonna watch your streaming service because it's already a thing. So put it on the big screen. That's what everyone's saying. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this does. I was gonna say yeah. So yeah, everything we're talking about him hitting the ground and fighting him is more like an anime, not really a political action drama. Though this does leave me wondering, what exactly does the film want from Liam? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird scene, but we're gonna get a little bit of an answer later on. Yeah, yeah.
That's a good question. That's a good question, actually.
No, because I mean, they didn't have to have a fist fight, but I feel like the way they position Liam, it's like he's supposed to be in between a rock and a hard place, and I feel like a conversation around that would have been an interesting conclusion or finale for this film.
True. Because it felt like they wanted to go full alpha male, dude. Like, I'm like, what is going on? But no, I actually agree with you. Yeah. But yeah, so we established that there will be a second attack, and now we see that yes, okay, the bad guys are making the next bomb. It's already being set up. The plan has something to do with a mule. It has something to do with a plane. The plane must have no Irish people. We know what the next step is.
This is something that can be cut as well, because this is a problem. These guys are supposed to be like the main antagonists, and we spend next to no time with them.
Yeah.
Like, these are the people that are a thorn in Liam's side. These are the people that have motivated Quan to go get this mission going in the first place.
Yeah.
And we spend next to no time with them at all. It just, I feel like this is why, like, if it was me, Timu Kickass would have been the terrorist. Because he's directly connected to Liam.
And we get more time with him, and there's more connections, even though apparently we found out there's actually connections between Liam and the lady. But anyway, we'll get into that later. But yeah, they get the code. It's on. We quickly cut to the same reporter from the beginning. A gorgeous woman approaches him. I wrote a gorgeous woman because I didn't know it was the same woman. But we know
that's the thing. I was not making that connection. I was like, what is this scene about? Why are they hooking up at the bar? What's going on? And then also they go out of their way to show the aftermath, and I'm like, this is a waste of time.
Also, maybe I'm the only one that thinks this way, but the wife and the mistress kind of look alike. Yeah, you can see that Liam has a type.
Yeah. You know what I think my headcanon is? Liam does love his wife, but spoiler alert for the guys for the rest of the movie. But I think his wife being furious at him ruined the relationship.
Pushed him away.
Yes. Her hatred and resentment for Liam pushed him away, and now he's trying to hook up with a girl that looks like his wife because he wants to be with his wife, but his wife hates him. That's my headcanon. I can't.
But also, she's sort of blaming him.
Yes,
for not being passionate anymore.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, how do you expect me to be passionate if you're pushing me away? Like,
she wanted this nigga to send soldiers, to send the goons to go kill those. Yo, we're spoiling things right now.
Okay,
to go kill
anyway, long story short. Yes. Why are you still married to this woman? I would have checked out. I'm not dealing with that. Every day to your face, you a bitch. No, I'm going somewhere else.
Yes. Yes. Okay, but yes, okay, yeah. So lady talks to reporter. There's clearly a setup going on here. 54 minutes in, we're near the halfway mark. Mary still plans to leave the house because she's like, nah, use a pussy. I want out. I'm going to go chill with our daughter that we never see. We see that security has been amped up. Liam will let Mary go.
Mind you, she cooks for the bodyguard and not for the husband. I was like, red
the whole
flag.
English
God
breakfast.
Damn.
A whole English breakfast, dog. I'm like, yeah, man.
For the bodyguard.
Are you allowed to cheat?
I thought she was smashing the bodyguard. That's what I was expecting. I did not expect. I was like, oh, so you are cheating because, like, you didn't even try. Like, you didn't even try. Like, a whole breakfast for another guy. That is a red flag. That is
the levels of disrespect are
crimson.
crazy. Yeah.
That's the equivalent of Goku standing on Nappa's head in the
Yes.
Saiyan saga. It's like, why?
I mean, Goku knows he's stronger than you, yeah. But yes, okay. Liam will let
She
Mary
might as
go.
well have had it tattooed on her forehead. I'm sleeping with other men.
But yeah, Liam will let Mary go, but she will not be going alone. Liam insists with some tough voice that one of the goons will be going with her, and he
The
puts his
goon
foot
she's
down.
feeding.
Let's not get into that. But anyway, there's another explosion. And it's the bald guy. I'm like, this poor Krillin guy has gotten his ass kicked the whole time.
No, Quan had it out for that bruh specifically.
Dog! What did he do to make him that mad?
I think he held him one time in that office, and Quan was like, "I will remember this forever."
He told his colleague
gripped
not
my
to leave.
armpit, you bitch. I don't like being gripped by my armpit. Hold this explosion.
You know, it's like, you know what it reminds me of? You know when a group of people are laughing, right? And then like the weakest guy in the group even so much as giggles. And you're like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's that thing of somebody's getting roasted, and then they look at someone else and they're just like, I know you're not talking. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
But
like
anyway.
you being roasted for your looks, and the ugliest nigga in the group is laughing. You're like, nah, fam, not you. Like you, nah.
Exactly. Yeah, anyway, he tells the lead guard he's got to take Mary to the airport ASAP. As they figure out what kind of bomb he used and how he set it off, and they deduce that by the radio frequencies he must be within range, so he must be within the forest. And they're like, all right, cool. Angry's like, go fucking get this boy. And we are in a chase. And we see a fairly unique integrating of. So now there's something interesting happening here. There's like this weird integrating of plot and then action. These two beats are not exactly working off each other. Like as Kutsu knows, we've spoken a lot of with the old South Park talk, where it's if, but, therefore. I can't remember, but you don't go and.
Oh no, it's a whole it's the then this happens, then this happens, then this instead of
Oh no, that's the bad thing is.
yeah, the bad
What's
thing
the
is
good
then
thing?
this happens,
Yeah, and then the good thing
and
is
then the good thing I think it's because
Is it
this
like causality? Are you trying to talk like, are you trying to
yes,
say
it's
this
a
happens
South Park
because this
thing.
happens?
Yes. As a
yeah,
consequence of this
so how they
happens.
write how they write stories is like and then this happens, and then this happens, and
Yeah.
then this happens.
Damn it, I'm so
Instead
mad
of
at myself. Yeah.
yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah. Damn it. But anyway, oh, okay, here we go. It's the but and therefore rule. Um, yeah, so it's never and then you replace it with but or therefore. But yeah,
Right,
so this one kind of does something weird that's in between because clearly the Jackie Chan thing is not technically tied as of right now because it's almost to the side. One thing is not happening because of the other side. One thing not happening because of one thing. Instead, they're
right,
happening next to each other. It's
right,
a it's not something one would recommend in writing. In a TV show, I guess it could work because you know you normally get B plots, but normally B plots happen due to consequences. But one directly impacting the other. Normally it's a story no go. One would say it either supports or distract. I wouldn't say one distracts from the other. It's up to you to decide that. I think it does okay. I mean, I still like this movie, but it's a thing where someone might hesitate, like they'd want to integrate the reasoning a lot more. And I think it does
right.
play later on. But anyway, yeah. Just food for thought as a writer. Anyway, we're in the forest and we're in Rambo territory, 56 minutes in. But funny enough, right? This is crazy. I Funny enough, this scene does not last long at all. The first time I watched this, I can safely say I don't remember the scenes being this short, which feels so dumb. It feels silly, but I swear to God, this happened so fast. Like the most Quan even says is the word names. And then he gets a bullet to the shoulder and then it's over. He catches the guy, like the one guy trips, gets the blanket. The one guy steps on a thing, gets steps on a nail. The other one gets an arrow. This all happens in less than a minute, by the way. And in less than a minute, I'm like, do you remember this was in the trailer? The trailer was as long.
It was supposed to be a big, like, I thought we were going to get a big action set piece.
Yeah. No, we get a minute.
Because this movie is like 7 minutes.
From this movie is it was giving Rambo vibes, First Blood.
Yeah.
But also, there's a movie, man, with Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay, I was gonna say Sicario, but no.
No, where Del Toro is like John Rambo throughout the movie. They're chasing this guy. He was a soldier and all of that.
Del Toro.
No, came out in the early 2000s. But to cut the long story short, I genuinely thought that most of the movie was gonna happen in the woods. But no.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I wouldn't call it a
like again, it's like this is kind of very sparse for action.
Yeah.
As an action thriller.
This is a political thriller, and just no one told us.
And I'm saying, and like politically, you guys aren't really writing on a high level that will get me interested in the politics. So I was hoping you were going to amp up the action, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. I like the politics, but no, I completely understand your argument.
I also like the politics.
No, what I'm trying to say is that in the integrating Jackie Chan into the politics, Liam is surrounded by politics. Whereas Jackie Chan is supposed to be like a wrecking ball that's going to be turning all of this out on its head. And I don't think you've connected those two well enough anyway in the first place, outside of the IRA, which is kind of very flimsy in terms of the writing that's happening right now. So I was hoping I was going to get Jackie Chan spin kicking people just to keep me awake a little bit.
Which is, in the end, he different from what Jason Bourne would have done, because Bourne would have tried to communicate with the head honcho of the organization. He would have tried to find a way to talk to the main guy.
Yeah.
to stare at them from a building and say you look tired.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or where are you? I'm in my office. No, you're not.
I'm in your office, Oh, yes,
no, you're not.
No, say it, No,
How do you know? Because we wouldn't be having this. We would be having this
conversation face to face.
Face to face, stuff like that,
Yes, no, that's exactly right. Great series. Jeremy Renner felt
I like I've read the books, and I think the books are stronger story-wise, but the movies are pretty good.
Hot damn, you read spy books. I did not know that was your genre. I'm actually surprised.
Yeah. No, I had the whole Jason Bourne series. I had Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy. I had all of them. And
Tom Clancy?
I've read some of Tom Clancy, as well. I read some of Tom Clancy.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. No, I like the genre as well. And also in the books, what's interesting is that they play him against, first off, his wife makes it. So that's another thing. And then they play him against this guy called the Jackal, who was a survivor in Vietnam, just like him. So the Jackal is jealous that Bourne got to rebuild his life and he didn't. So they kind of have a rivalry that way. It's pretty cool. Anyway.
Okay.
Back on topic.
Yeah, cool. 57 minutes in. Liam is pissed. It's time to get a tracker. Another tracker. Who can track? It's ironically Timu Craven. They call Timu Kick-Ass. As it turns out, he is busy. He's a little busy with Liam's wife. What?
And I was like, wait, this is where I was just like, what's the relation here?
Your uncle's wife? Initially, when I saw them, you guys said that there's a bit of something. I thought they'd had beef. I didn't even think there was a romantic connection. But then immediately when she opened the door,
she starts stripping the minute she sees him. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This time around, when she opened the door and said, close the door, and then she looked a bit like she's happy to see him, and he looked like he wants to bust a nut. I'm like, whoa. This is your uncle's wife. What's going on?
What's going
on? I was
on?
like, everybody hoeing, Jesus, because I was on her side for a minute, and then apparently not.
Turns out they didn't have beef, but she wanted his meat. So I mean, it's very. It's
And I'm
not the
like,
same, but it's
how are
close.
you still
This is
married?
this
How are
entire
you
movie
still?
is about looks being deceiving.
Yeah,
That's what this
yeah.
entire movie is about.
Oh yeah, Mary is
But
wild.
also, this doesn't lend itself to the plot because, again, remember, there's a reveal that comes at the end, and I'm just like, the guy who should have been the bomber should have been Timu Craven.
Kick-Ass. Yeah, yeah, Craven. Yeah.
Okay,
Who
let's
knows?
say Kick-Ass because Kick-Ass was a better movie.
Fair, better TV product. But anyway, okay, back to the movie. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. As it turns out, Mary is not looking for peace. She wants problems, always.
Always, yo,
She
Ghanaian
wants
Shao
that.
Kahn, Jesus.
She wants that smoke. And that's what this has all been about. As it turns out, there might have been a reason for, like I explained earlier, about Liam's anger towards his wife and the affection towards the young lady. I went over it already. Yeah, so the wife wanted revenge for the death of her brother, only for the people involved, just to let the people that got caught go to jail. Turns out she wanted someone to walk in there and then sacrifice their lives to kill these guys, which is wild. Who's she
Why
sending in?
didn't
Because it's
she
not
do it?
me.
Why
Huh?
didn't she do it?
Yeah, you do it. Why
You
must
do
I
it.
then
Like,
walk
yeah,
into a
no.
Like
courthouse with a machine gun?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, what's this? The cheeks are not that good.
Dude,
My
right?
This is
nigga.
not like you have life
What
changing,
nut?
hypnotizing.
What nut is so important that you have to risk it all like that?
Dog, they're already caught. They're caught. They're going to jail, life in prison. But no, I need them dead
No, and
specific.
also you're in a political era right now. Like this is
Yeah,
not the era of like war and guns that took your brother in the first place. So
exactly.
by the definition of the law, they can't do that. I don't know
Yes.
how blowing up random civilians is gonna get you what you want, but okay.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, she wanted revenge. Yeah. So she's manipulating Timo Kick-Ass to take control. And this is essentially the halfway point of the movie. This is a tricky one to review, or rather to mark as a high or a low point, because you can
Okay.
definitely see the low point with Jackie Chan bleeding out, Mr.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
again, shout outs to this movie for doing that because, again, had it been Stallone or had it been Schwarzenegger, they would have
Mhm.
just put that fire blade on their gun wound and they would have stared into the camera.
Oh yeah,
Like, this doesn't affect me. Dom
exactly.
Toretto style. He
I
passes
think the
out
only
from
other
pain because
person
it's like,
who
that
would
would
have killed
happen.
this, who would have
Mhm.
murked that role if it was not about a foreigner, but about an action star, is Vin Diesel. Sorry, not Bruce Willis.
Oh, okay, I was gonna
By
say,
this time of the movie,
I
Bruce would
was
have
like,
been
Vin
bloody.
Diesel?
Bruce would have been bloody, bruh. Like,
oh yeah, Die Hard levels. Oh yeah, definitely. He would have been out here giving up, looking dizzy. Oh, definitely. Um, but yeah, yeah. So yeah, Jackie Chan is bleeding out.
Vin Diesel would have caught the bullet with his teeth and spat it back and it would have headshot the guy who shot him.
He would have known in advance. He would have looked around the neighborhood, went, "Oh no, that car in the wrong position. That's so and so." You know those Fast and Furious clips, but they're like, "Oh no, I know this is a trap." You're like, "Shut up." But
Anyway,
but anyway, yeah. So we see Kwan's is on he's on his low. He's in the rain, he's alone, he has to stop the bleeding. There's no time wasted to show it. The only we just see the wound getting burned shut, which hurts so much. He falls into a flashback to the day he tried to protect his family, and then they were taken away. It's a disaster. Though I am curious, because at first I was like, what's going on? We didn't even see them die. Maybe they're still alive. And then it gets explained later. Um, but anyway, that's kind of like the low point. And this is just a great movie, guys. I think it's got great action and interesting scene selection. I think the way we've gone over it now, I think you guys have really made me think about the scene selection they've gone for. You can see they're trying something with the style. It almost feels like a grand experiment where they're experimenting with pacing, where they were like they told themselves, guys, every scene can never be longer than 2 minutes. I don't care what's happening. You get 1 minute or 2 minutes, and that's it. And now every single scene is like perfectly sliced like a Ramsay film, like a Chef Ramsay chopping onions and shit like that. And I think that's unique. It's fascinating. But as you guys have said, there's definitely consequences. We have lost a lot due to this movie being like cut into these perfectly even slices. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, exercise and pacing thing, which it feels like a TV series that they squeeze into a movie. But now that you guys said
Yeah,
it based on a
you
Yep.
read
book, it
my
makes
mind.
more sense.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
Yep.
exactly that.
yeah.
That's exactly the first thought I had. I was like, if like episode one was him dealing with the aftermath of his daughter, and then
Oh
episode
yeah.
two is like focused on Liam, and then
Hmm.
episode three is them, finally clashing.
Yeah.
That kind of just to give it some breathing room because they're
Oh,
doing like big swings, but then again, you said the 2 minute thing where they're taking these
yeah.
big swings in 2 minutes, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, but you might not knock him out, you might not
Yeah,
knock it
I
out of
Yeah,
the
think
ring, dude.
the
literally.
nephew would have gotten a lot of screen time. The journalist would have gotten a lot of screen time.
Oh
The
yes.
mistress, the
The
wife.
agents, yeah, the agents, the explosion, the reporter. You're
Yeah.
right. We've gotten so much more time. Like for example, as well, I talked about how they were like, what are the people feeling like? The people are feeling scared. They didn't tell us that. They didn't show us that. They told us that. A TV show would have had time to show the people's reactions. A good example, that Spider-Man thing, when everyone finds out who Spider-Man is, and they kind of do like that montage where like Matt Murdock shows up and he catches the rock and you can see that Spider-Man's life is hard now. Is what's that movie again?
Mm. No
No
Way
Way
The
Home.
Home.
Days of Future
Third.
Past.
Yeah.
The third one. What's it called? Not Days of Future Past. What's it?
No Way
No Way
Home.
Home.
No Way Home. Sorry. Yes, that's the that's what we should have gotten in this movie. We didn't. And but anyway, I do think they cut things off in a very unique way. Um,
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed it. We'll have to see the next half later. What do you guys think?
Okay, so far, looking at the movie up until this point, I'm saying again, I would have liked a bit more action. I think I would have liked like that whole scene fight. Although I do like that his objective was to get away. Like I
Mm,
think a lot of action movies will miss that where they'll need to show, okay, we need to show this guy as a badass, a la the transporter. That's why you
mm.
have to have him fight like 50 people. It doesn't matter if he's got to escape or not. He's just going to beat all of these people here. But
Mm,
like I liked the fact that Quan was like, I'm not interested in taking you guys down now. I have other things that I need to do, so I need to get out of here. So
yeah.
I liked that aspect of the fight scene. The sparseness of the scenes, although with the fast pacing, feels a little bit contradictory because it feels like you're trying to get to something and then you get to it and then you get through it like it's like, yeah, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then something should have been 5 minutes. You cut it down to 2 minutes, and it's just like this needed a bit more breathing room for me to get invested and all of that. Again, Jackie Chan is great. Pierce Brosnan is also really good.
Mm,
But they're not really setting up the conflict between the two at this point in the movie. And I feel like the midpoint, even the high or the low, or like if the midpoint there should be a low for Jackie and a high for Brosnan or
mm.
for Liam or
But
whatever,
there really
and
isn't
they're
one.
not
Yeah.
they're not really doing that. And I feel like
Mm,
that's why this movie kind of has some, like, it feels like missed opportunities to me.
100%.
Look, what made Death Note work was that we followed Light the entire time. We knew his thoughts. We knew
Mm,
how scared he was, how challenged he was, what he was willing to do and what he was not willing to do, the risks, everything. If this was the angle for Liam throughout the movie, where it just seems like we don't necessarily know much about Quan because we don't, but seeing Liam trying so hard through a cat and mouse game would have made this so much more interesting because he has the resources. You know what I mean? He has the connections. He can track this guy quickly and all of that. And the foreigner, for me, is brilliant. I mean, Jackie Chan is doing a great job. Don't get me wrong. I just think, and I don't want to blame the director. I don't think it's the director's fault. I just think there was studio interference here. Maybe it was not in the headlines like Josh Trank and Van Fostik, but it seems like there was studio interference. So a lot of it feels uneven. You have great actors, a great storyline, but because it's rushed, we don't get to actually feel anything for these characters. To a point where we actually take sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fully.
Because when the nephew was being introduced, I was like, oh, this guy is gonna be a serious challenge for Jackie. This is gonna be
Yes.
interesting. Then all of a sudden we hear he's on a side mission. I'm like, okay, then what are we doing? Liam is there, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should take his side, but at the same time, he's not giving me anything. So it's quite tricky. It's quite tricky. But I bet you that everything that was actually shot
Yeah.
pre-production or during rather is probably better than what they had post.
Possibly. What's it? Kingdom of God? Have you heard about what's it? Is it not Kingdom of God? Kingdom of Heaven, the
Forbidden
Ridley
Kingdom.
Scott movie. Have you heard about that story with the Ridley Scott movie? Kingdom of Heaven, where Ridley Scott
Oh,
put out a
Orlando
movie.
Bloom.
Yes, where the studio cut it down to like 2 hours, and they cut out 45 minutes of it, and the movie failed. But then they put out the director's cut, and the movie became became super successful and became like a cult classic. So it's entirely possible. 45 minutes of a movie cut out of that, and
That's
the
crazy.
movie was
It sounds like what
unwatchable.
they did to the Snowman with
Yeah, a lot of
Michael
movies.
Fassbender.
There's a lot of movies like that, to be honest. I forgot there's another one as well where they took out like an hour or something.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
But the way that these things are all 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, the idea that they didn't plan that is interesting. I mean, definitely interesting. But yeah, we're going to continue that conversation next time on African Frame.
Then they have just gotten to the midpoint of the movie.
Yeah,
Jackie Chan has just been shot.
He's bleeding
Liam
out.
is still confused. Will we have a satisfying conclusion to this film? Find out in the next episode of African Frame.
Hey, this is Mr.Extrodin on the next episode of African
Frame. You guys better remind me. Last time on African Frame, Jackie Chan was shot.
We will. Okay, all right, guys. So this is us from African Frame, Mr. X from everything that we've been doing. African Frame Cinema Soda. You know where to catch him. Everything will be attached at the bottom. Buck from everything he's been doing. I need to write a list. And I exist. You'll see all our details at the bottom. See you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.